episode 45.
This is it.
Wow.
You know what else is 45,
The official
dude?
tape, what?
Donald Trump.
Really?
He's 45.
He's the 45th president?
This episode is dedicated to the 45.
The one?
Number one. 45.
What do you think about pie? Why don't you fire that fucking pie audio up?
PewDiePie.
Fire that fucking audio
I
up,
think
dude.
I got like 1%.
Oh, fuck.
A lot of hashtag resist people on Twitter are using, like, calling Trump 45 instead of, like... So
yes.
I guess so that they don't, like, attract the ire of, pro-Trump people.
So they have a
bots.
secret code?
Yeah, just call him 45 instead of calling him Trump.
That's tight. I actually kind of like... I would flip-flop just to use a secret code.
On the way on the drive, I had a long drive with Chris O'Connor, and we listened. He introduced me to Kamau Bell and Hari Kondabalu's podcast.
Wow.
Never listened to it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't want... Well, I don't know if I would want to be in the car listening to you listen to that.
Fuck. It was really funny because he was like, every time I listen to this podcast, I listen to your podcast next. Like, he listens to theirs, then us being like, faggots.
Yeah.
Retard.
A balanced media diet.
But holy fuck, dude, you've never heard anything like this.
What do they do?
Oh, by the way, we should introduce...
Yeah, please welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the cast, fucking Pedro Salinas.
What's up?
That foreign voice you heard was our very diverse friend, Pedro Salinas.
I was saying earlier that I might be... I don't know if I am, but I might be the first Cuck guest you guys have had on.
Nah, Ginty's a cuck, bro.
Ginty's a Cuck? Yeah,
Ginty's-
someone else said that. And I was
Ginty's
like, I
like
don't know.
the ultimate fucking MAGA cuck.
But Ginty uses Cuck against other people all the time. Does that make him more of a Cuck?
Ginty's like
Yeah.
a real life fan of Donald Trump. Like, he's a fucking real full on fucking fan of what's going on. You, on the other hand, are...
No, but that would make him, right, according to people that call people Cuck, wouldn't Ginty not be a Cuck because he likes Trump?
Ginty is not a cuck.
Right, yeah. So I'm so
You are our first real cuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like
Yes.
that's another, checkbox. I'm fucking...
Yeah, so cuck's alt-right that's alt-right terminology. That's not
Is
like...
to you, yeah, if you're alt-right, you call other people cucks.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
it
I
started
didn't
as
know
just
that.
like a sex thing, but then they used
So
it.
what do... I think if you're super lib, you say like they're like small dick, asshole guys.
Yeah, super libs, I think they call
Yeah.
people trash a lot.
Trash
The word
jokes.
trash is
Small
used a
dick,
lot.
fucking
I
Nazis.
hear small dick a lot getting tossed around, or like
Sure,
never
yeah.
gets laid. Small dick. So
Yeah.
if you're right wing, you're saying it makes sense. If you're right wing, you typically would have a wife, and you'd be worrying about your wife getting fucked. And if
Also,
you're a lib,
Cuck is it's a really great. It's like those people used to say fag, right? And then they graduated to
That was
Cuck.
Pedro Salinas saying
Yeah,
that.
on the
By the
record.
way, I want that on the record. Pedro Salinas just said
That was
fag.
Pedro.
But like Cuck is
PewDiePie,
much
dude.
more like inventive as a slur.
oh, cuck, yeah,
Because it's like there's so many things going on. First, it's like okay, making fun of someone whose wife's getting fucked, but then there's also like a racist element because it's like
How?
it's usually implied that she's
A
getting
black
fucked by
guy.
a black guy.
Yeah, cuck.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that.
And then sometimes they'll call like white guys that adopt black children cucks. Which is just a funny.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just like
Saying
What do you
that
mean
like,
that's funny,
well, hold on,
Pedro?
that's
Well, it's just-
hilarious.
It's funny because it's like so pointlessly cruel. Just like
It's hilarious.
yeah, fuck you for adopting a
So
child.
are they implying that these guys are like slowly raising the ideal bull for their wife?
Oh, I mean that's another. Sure, why not?
That's actually pretty hot. Now that you think about it.
That's
just
pretty sex positive, if you ask me.
That's exactly right.
To just infer that you adopted a
Very
black kid, so
sex
one
positive,
day he
yeah.
could just devastate your
It's
wife,
like
dude.
feeding a dildo.
What if that kid? That's sad if that kid like doesn't want to though. He doesn't want to like.
You're
He's
telling
raised
me-
to be this like throbbing cock fucking.
Oh my god.
bull, but he doesn't want to.
Oh my God.
He just wants to like study math, and it's like,
Pedro-
no, you're gonna
Pedro
fuck my
Salinas,
wife.
everybody. Pedro Salinas.
You're gonna fuck my wife, you little
Raised to
shit.
be a throbbing cock.
Wow. I don't know if I like that.
Meanwhile,
wanna
dude,
go.
there's guys out here that wish someone would treat them like a throbbing cock, dude.
I
If someone
wish
referred
someone
to me
would
like you're just a
bread
throbbing
me.
cock, I'd be like, okay.
I was bred to be a fucking bad high school offensive lineman. Like, you're going to keep eating, you got to bulk up. God damn it. Dude,
God damn,
Yeah,
I
what
dude.
would you feed your kid if you wanted him to like fuck super good?
Oh, dude.
Matt, what are you gonna feed your black
Oysters.
son?
My black son, dude, is going to eat just like liver, like high B12s. Oysters.
Oysters are like
Zinc,
aphrodisiacs, right? I
yeah.
never understood that. Why?
Anything
why are
high
oysters
in
supposed
zinc. Zinc.
What does zinc do?
It just makes you shoot far and get your
Okay.
load fucking thick.
Cool.
really?
Yeah, did you ever take ZMA, zinc and magnesium?
I don't know.
It's a bodybuilding supplement people take.
Wow.
It's zinc and it's
People
called
or
ZMA.
you take?
Me and my boys in college, basically.
Yeah.
So it's
You and your Indian fucking boys.
yeah, me and my squad, dude, we lift and take ZMA, and it gives you really weird dreams. And you fucking, I'm telling you, take ZMA and go to sleep.
Far.
You jizz far, and it's like, it's thick.
It's very important
It's
to
white.
jizz far.
Dude, me and Pedro were talking about that.
You were saying that about that Shakeology I've been taking.
Oh, you were taking maca.
And you weren't lying,
Oh,
dude.
boy, you ever
I've
take some maca?
I've been launching
Oh, I
ropes.
used to work at
Uh-huh.
like a
You weren't
smoothie
lying.
place that
Yep.
like where they try to tell they made me tell people to like add maca to their fucking drink and
Good.
pay an extra $3 or whatever.
Good on you.
And it's good for like sexual vitality or some shit.
The
you wanna-
Incans used to consume it before going into battle. It increases your testosterone.
Yeah, we saw that.
But
That
if you-
worked out for them.
Hey, man.
They ran into fucking good old white men.
They were a
Gave
bunch
them what
of.
for?
Well, it was disease.
And guns.
Yeah.
Just a combo.
And, dude, they were on a lot of maca, dude.
They're probably horny as fuck.
They were fucking.
Well, now that you told me
They
that,
all got AIDS, dude. Fucking died.
now that you told me about maca,
Yeah.
giving you hard fucking good ropes.
Yep.
Now, every single time that I ejaculate, I think of you.
Do you really?
I'm like, damn, Matt's not wrong. It's so funny. Like, seriously, even if it's just
Well, it's gone full circle because I used to, when I used to, Shane used to sit, like I had in my old house, I'd have my desk set up and then I had my bed and Shane would lay in my bed and I'd sit on my desk and we'd talk. But he'd always be like, oh, you're fucking jerking off in here. So when I jerk off, like every time I rolled over to shoot a load on like my boxers, I would be like, oh,
Wait,
fuck.
on your boxers?
Yeah, I would like lay my box,
Yeah.
like my old box, like I'd wear my boxers all day and I'd
Yeah.
take them off, pump a load into them, then they're done.
This is like
Oh.
episode 3. We covered this.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
sorry.
This was a very-
Sorry for the
No,
old
no, no.
news.
But I used to always think every time I'd roll over, I'd be like, well, I don't want to hit the bed. I don't want Shane to lay in my cum. So now Shane's
nice
thinking
of
about
you.
me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wow,
now
you guys
every
are a
time.
real,
And-
you guys are a real duo, man.
Yeah,
That's
every
true.
time
Think about
And-
each other when you
every time
come.
we come.
That's a real effort too, because I fucking rip them.
Well, Matt
I'm over the shoulder, dude.
Matt had a weird
31
thing
years old, over the shoulder,
hitting him over the shoulder.
over the shoulder, dude.
Whew.
Hitting the pillow over my head, dude.
Whew.
Whew.
That's fucking
I
You
got-
ever hit
I
yourself
got
in the
cum-
face?
I've got cum in my eye.
Wow.
I came in my eye one time, and then I actually accidentally came in my girlfriend's eye. And she was like, ow. And I was like, don't worry. After 20 minutes, it goes away. And she was like, how the fuck did you know?
Do you just blink it out? What do you do? Or you just like
You just have
wash
a red
it?
eye for
Yeah,
20 minutes,
okay.
and you can just kind of deal with it.
You say 3 Our Fathers and 4 Hail Marys. Then the good Lord comes down. He's
It's
like,
actually-
"Get that cum out of here."
I think it's kind of like an eye drop. After a while, it's like once it heals, it's like it feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually good for it. It's like,
It's good for your eye, dude. You get a little fucking
Strains it.
smear,
Yeah.
smear a little cum in them.
Yeah, that's I mean, hitting him over the shoulder at 31, dude.
Dude.
Those are Barry Bonds numbers, dude. You're
Oh, yeah.
juicing.
I must be juicing.
People are coming in like, wow,
It's probably from the ZMA I took in my critical years.
this could be
The
it.
zinc and
You're
magnesium, dude.
juicing right now.
It probably
son.
the zinc and magnesium probably fused in my skeleton like Wolverine, dude. All I can do is shoot. That's my one power, dude. I
Your
just shoot
superpower is
fucking-
to shoot slightly further than everyone else.
Dude, I was in our nation's capital this weekend.
How'd that go?
Dude, I went strictly to commemorate 9/11.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was down there at the reflection pond. I thought about some stuff. They actually had this. Is actually was really funny. I was outside the White House, and the Secret Service, guards the White House or whatever. It's like a different division of the Secret Service. I learned this is just the uniform guys, but they're on the south entrance. You know where like the Truman balcony is out back, where that's where they address everyone. Out back of the White House, and I had to use that. The guy told me that this weekend.
By the Rose Garden?
Yeah, near the Rose Garden. So they have these Secret Service guys with like assault rifles, and you try to pull up. And there's like a press entrance where if you're like you flash a badge, they let you pull up. And they're like, people keep going in there constantly, like to do a 3-point turn, and they're like, get out right now, pull out. And it's like military, like get out right now,
Right, yeah.
Dude. It's like Muslim family pulled in there,
Oh.
and they went like this, pushed a thing, and a metal barricade popped up, and like get the fucking turn around, dude. I was like, holy fuck.
So,
They put the barricade. It was 9/11.
yeah,
These
9/11,
dudes
a
rolled
Muslim
up
family
towards the
driving
White
around
House
the White
in
House?
in
It's
hijabs, dude, and they went like boom, put a metal plate, just went and popped up out of the ground.
Yeah.
They're like, get out, turn around right now.
Baby, look, I'm
They're-
all for...
They were trying to make a 3-point turn,
I'm all
dude.
for Muslims being able to do whatever they want in America, but...
Yeah, you gotta
Maybe
leave.
use that old noggin on 9/11 and be like, maybe I should not be turning down roads by the White House.
No, this was like the pulling up into the White House's driveway,
Good for
basically.
them, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
just
dude,
like, fuck
I kind of fled the scene. I was like, dude, I'm fucking out of here. I saw too much Homeland, dude. I was like, I'm out of here. But
Wait,
yeah.
you went to DC for 9/11?
No, it was my girlfriend at the job.
I don't know.
She actually was interviewing for the Secret Service.
That feels like a lie.
I swear to God.
She is?
She was interviewing for the Secret Service.
Like
dude. I was so...
In what capacity does she want to work for the Secret
Agent.
Service?
A GS, whatever it is. I swear to
He's
God.
not lying.
No, I swear to God. My girlfriend went to school for like criminal ballistics or whatever it's called, criminal forensics. So she was literally, I'm not lying.
Wow.
She was literally, I'm not lying about that. I literally ran away from those fucking dudes in that Kia full of fucking hijabs, dude. I was like,
She does.
today's not the day, dude.
She
I'm
does the
fucking out.
forensics on Matt's ropes.
Yeah. But no, so I actually was kind of jealous. I dropped her off in the building and saw all the other guys like going into like interview for the Secret Service, and I was like, I could fucking do this.
Yeah,
dude.
you think you could be a Secret Service
Dude,
agent?
it was all nerds.
Oh.
It was all nerds, and the whole time they're sitting there, like they had to take polygraphs to be like, "Did you ever like smoke weed and shit?" And they're probably like, "Nah." I'd have been like, "Yeah, fucking smoked weed. What up?"
Be like, all right, you're out.
I would have stopped the needle and been like, "I smoked weed since I was 14 every day. Where are the fucking aliens, bro? Let's have them. Unleash Area 51 now." Do you smoke weed?
Yeah, dude, don't underestimate those nerds.
I don't know.
When I got to West Point, I was like, look at all these fucking nerds. And then you see them when they're juniors and seniors, they're all fucking jacked.
Could be, yeah.
Jacked. That's what happens.
Yeah.
All the
And nerds can go to the gym too.
And they when
That's
they're forced
true.
to, they
Yeah.
get jacked and they start fucking loving it and they get into it.
True.
Because
they
now
got-
they're jacked for the first time ever.
Yeah, but these
And
guys
they
are
have
like
a lot of
25.
bitterness, you know, from
That's true.
feeling weak all their life.
true.
So it's like,
Now they're super aggressive. Yeah.
No, that's true.
You gotta watch that. Those nerds, the military will love nerds.
Yeah.
That's why the mandatory glasses in the military are nerd glasses.
What do you mean?
When you get your standard issue glasses, like if you need spectacles.
Oh, really?
They give you the thickest Joe Paterno fucking. They give you those, dude. Speaking of Joe Pa,
Yeah.
you see that in the news?
What happened?
I didn't see it.
Came out, Joe Pa knew way more than everybody thought.
What?
Yeah, Joe Pa knew
Hold
everything.
on. Didn't? Oh no, that was Sandusky's son got caught procuring.
He was, yeah.
That one got brushed under the rug.
And well, it's because it's like when a kid gets raped, it's like, yeah, he's, of course, that's what he was up to.
Who?
Sandusky's son.
Oh, was up procuring
Yeah, of
boys.
course he's trying to.
Fuck the part. He didn't stop, dude. Who was he procuring boys for? The block was hot.
I think for himself.
You're saying
No, I
that
thought he was
Sandusky's
procuring-
son was probably raped, and so that's what he.
Yeah.
Wait, was
yeah.
Sandusky's son adopted?
Yeah.
Was he? So he was a throbbing cock.
That's what Sandusky.
He bred his son.
He bred some boys for himself.
He was in Sandusky's Secret Service, dude.
He was, dude. He made him take a polygraph. He was like, "You promise you won't tell anyone?"
No. Whose little game is this? The Needless movie? He's like, That's horrible.
Old Uncle Jerry would come in. The tickle monster. That's what he used to call himself. The tickle monster.
Did he really?
Yeah. But anyway, Joe.
How did
Pa-
Joe? What did he know?
So apparently, a new report came out that when McQuarrie, who was the coach that saw Sandusky tickle monstering a kid in the shower,
Did he really see him?
yeah, he saw him and then went to Joe Pa
Did he say what he was doing exactly?
and was like, yeah, he was like, I just saw Sandusky doing that. And apparently Joe Pa was like, yeah, I knew about that. And,
Whoa.
Dude, you gotta love football so much.
I get it.
Just to
fucking
be
dude.
like, he's a
Dude,
good.
if Notre
What
Dame-
was Sandusky? A defensive coordinator?
Defensive coordinator. He produced
Was he
some
good?
sick defenses at Penn State.
What do you think about that, Pedro?
I mean, I just don't know that. I mean, I don't think I would do the same thing Joe Pa did, but I don't know. If
I bet you would.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like if I was the head coach of this like massively profitable, successful football franchise, do I trust that I would be good enough to stop someone? I don't know.
Move up towards the mic a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah,
Or
sorry.
just always keep your face towards it at least. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, think about this. Imagine if Comedy Central was like, "Hey man, we're gonna give you your own show. You're filming it. It's going well. It's about to go out. You have like, they just gave you 20 million Twitter followers, and then you just walk in on your producer like sucking a little Asian boy's dick in his office. You just want to shut the door and be like, I'm not gonna blow the lid off this fucking thing.
What if they were like, Matt and Shane's secret podcast is the shit, dude. We want you guys to fucking film this live. And then you came down the basement, saw me getting some boys.
If I saw you getting some boys,
yeah.
I'd be like, Shane, come on, man, we gotta go to the
And I
Comedy
was like,
Central."
all right, don't tell anyone.
I'd totally keep it a secret.
Exactly. They were boys for like 20 years. They were on the same team.
If you were down here fucking boys, let me rephrase that. I mean, I'm fucking around, but
All right,
I'm
say
like,
we're friends for 30 years.
yeah. Say we're just
And-
the coach
and
and
you
defensive
and me-
coordinator of Penn State.
Yes.
I'm defensive coordinator.
All right.
So
So you're the one who's yeah.
You're Sandusky. I'm Joe Pod. Pedro catches you fucking a kid,
What are you gonna do?
and he comes to my office and is like, "Oh, actually, I saw something repugnant going on, and it was totally inappropriate, and I believe some of those boys were biracial." And anyway, he gets into identity
Not
politics.
biracial boys. No.
Gets into identity politics like the liberal cuck he is. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna stand up for my fucking dog and be like, "Yeah, dude, you see that defense?"
Yeah, but what if I said it cool, like, "Hey, your boys tickle monster and some half breeds." If I said it that way, would you be more amenable to like, you know what? Let's stop
If
this.
you said Matt was tickle monstering half breeds, I'd be like, he's got mulattoes down that fucking shower, dude. Not on my watch. And I would make sure that he got nothing but succulent white boys.
That would be actually. What if the whole conversation really was? He's like, "Yo, I just saw Sandusky's dick. It's huge." And Joe Powell's like, "What? Where'd you see him?" He's like, "Oh, he's fucking some little boy in the shower, dude. His dick is fucking enormous."
It's like, dude, that 3-4 defense, LeVar Arrington, Courtney Brown, let's go, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Joe Powell's like, "Nah, dude, the kid was fucking little. It makes it look fucking huge."
Yeah, Joe Powell's like, what? Are you kidding me? His dick's huge. Yeah,
That's tasteless.
that's tasteless humor.
I mean, there's something ridiculous about the fact that like a huge football franchise was plagued with a secret pedophilia ring.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A lot of good things are plagued by secret pedophilia rings.
Let's not get into that. Let's get into the fact that I've always fucking hated Penn State my entire fucking life.
That's
Oh
good
wow, you
ammo.
must have felt very fucking validated.
I was
Yeah,
so happy.
that's yeah.
When that thing broke, I was so happy.
Wow.
Well, then also
That's
that thing
interesting,
broke
too.
at the beginning of your like comedy career,
That
right?
was the only thing I talked
Yeah,
about.
yeah, and you were doing comedy in like Harrisburg,
In central
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
right. So
The only thing I talked about was how Penn State fucked kids.
God
And how
damn.
Joe Paterno was definitely in hell.
yeah,
Oh,
dude, yeah, I
And,
love it.
Well, because I remember this. I said this on stage too. There was a girl whose dad just died, and of course she did the old Facebook thing.
what do you mean?
Her dad died, so she got on Facebook and was like, "I miss you. I
Oh,
love
okay,
you.
yeah, yeah.
He was the best guy. All this stuff." And she was like, "I know he's in heaven right now with his favorite coach, Joe Paterno."
Oh,
And I was just like, dude, if your dad's with Joe Paterno, he's in fucking hell with all the other fucking pedophiles. Your dad's a fucking pederast.
yeah, he was a toucher's assistant, dude.
He was.
He turned his blind eye on a toucher.
He turned his blind eye on a toucher so he could shut out Illinois. It was like, we got a good D against Illinois.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still hung up on like coming down here one day to discover like a weird bachi ring, dude. We have like little Pakistani boys dancing for you, dude. Like,
That'd be
just
sick.
in
You see my
drag.
bed is a mattress on the ground,
If
dude.
you just draped carpets or like
Yeah.
a little curtain over that,
I have a nice fucking
you could
setup.
have some boys down here dancing.
Get these candles going, get the boys going.
Find a stud in the wall, get a nice chain going from the walls.
I let the boys dance. There's nothing wrong with boys dancing.
If you're the there's not. Well, I think they in Pakistan they actually dress them up like they find the prettiest boy in the village and then dress them like a girl.
What an honor.
And then whoever has like the prettiest girl looking boy is like that's like a status.
Isn't that
symbol.
a Thai thing, lady boys, or other cultures have lady boys too?
Well, that's not full lady boy. I'm not
Oh, it's
talking
like they're
about,
not like
tit implants, not like
oh,
breast
okay.
implants.
No,
I'm
this is
talking
just a
like
It's just
beautiful-
boys,
a beautiful
dressing
boy.
and- yeah, okay.
beautiful boy who could
gorgeous
dance
boys.
seductively. Then like you come to like we're just the generals in Pakistan, and then you're gonna come in my crib and I'm chilling. I'm like, yo, I found one today.
It's
And
disrespectful not to have a beautiful boy.
well, it's just it's not
Come on,
disrespectful.
man.
It'd
Come on,
be
man.
like
I was
if-
gonna come over. You
it'd be like
fucking,
if, no, it'd be like if we had Beamers and you
Yeah.
didn't, we'd be like, you don't have a fucking
Yeah, it's
hot
like- it looks
little
like
boy that looks like a
embarrassing,
girl that dances for you. It's
Yeah.
like, okay,
You didn't destroy a village and take the finest boy. That's sick.
yeah.
There's a lot in Muslim culture that I do agree
I like that
with.
that's the part that you're like, you know what? This is
There's a lot.
these people
I love-
are pretty.
I love beautiful
These people are just trying to live their lives.
Beautiful boys, women not being allowed to drive,
Yeah.
women wearing burqas. There's a
Nonstop.
lot in Islam
That
that,
you like.
I think the West can learn from.
Well, that's because you're not supposed to be gay at all. In
Also,
like strictly
no
Islam.
gay people.
Well, so that's almost too like how we have like pop stars, and it's like young 16-year-old girls are like, yeah, she's a good singer. And we just stare at her in her bra, until they eventually lose their minds. That's like their version of that. They're like, no, he's just a fucking, this kid can dance, dude. And he's like, has a bra on, is dressed like a girl.
Dude, that Hit Me Baby One More Time, Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Classic. She's in high school in the music video.
Yeah.
And definitely that was made for the entire country to be like, yo.
Think about how many...
She's got like pink pigtails.
Think about how many 40-year-old dads jerked off to Britney Spears back then. What are you guessing? I'm in the millions.
Millions.
Probably, yeah, sure.
Gallons of fucking load.
Good SeaWorld tank, dude. A SeaWorld tank.
Who are old dads jerking off to now?
Good
Taylor
question.
Swift?
Swift's probably catching some gals.
Early Swift.
Yeah, now
Early
she's too like,
Swift.
old.
Swift now, look what you made me do. Swift is...
Kesha probably caught some dirty loads.
Kesha caught some loads.
Who else?
Who's the hot teen right now?
I'm pretty sure all dads jerk off to gay porn, honestly.
Oh, interesting. Wait, like, because they're so repressed or something?
Yeah.
Like,
I think once you have a kid, you just become gay.
huh.
You just reject what your body did, and you're like, fuck this, dude. I'm going gay.
Do you think your dad jerked off to gay porn?
No. My dad's the last of the Mohicans, dude. He doesn't watch porn. That shit's fucking filth.
Yeah, the fucking the dads now it's all the Disney
Who
kids.
who do they jerk off to?
They
That's a
grew
good
up
question.
like Vanessa Hudgenson or something.
Oh, yeah.
All those High School Musical chicks.
Oh, like the Glee cast, you're saying?
Yeah, all them. They grew up a little bit. Now it's time.
They might be even like jerking off to like fantasy bisexual threesomes with like with the gay kid from Glee. Fucking couple of the chicks.
That actually doesn't sound bad.
That's all right.
Sounds good.
As long as you're in charge of the gay dude, like that's kind of your body slave. I think it's not bad. Did you ever see Spartacus? Did you ever see Spartacus?
Yeah.
He's like, Prometheus, place cock in ass now. I need to finish, and he makes the guy come up and butt fuck him while he fucks his wife.
Nice.
That's kind of I can get into that. Just commanding a guy to fuck you in the ass.
Wait, the Kirk Douglas movie Spartacus or Spartacus
Yes,
Blood and Sand?
yes.
No, the Spartacus, the Showtime
No,
one.
Oh,
the
okay,
old...
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that. The Stanley Kubrick classic. I don't remember any butt fucking in that.
Ben-Hur. There's a lot of it.
I mean, that movie is pretty fucked up. The last shot is just them two people riding on a carriage, and there's just like a bunch of dead slaves that have been crucified all along the road. It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine slipping that into a movie in the 50s of having some guy like fucking his wife and having a slave butt fuck him? They would have burned movie theaters down for that.
But there's like, it's weird because there's like more fucked up stuff in those kinds of movies, just not sex. It's like they're violent and, you know.
Yeah, they're violent and it's but it's also like, doesn't seem fucked up. Like, did you
Yeah,
ever,
but
did you
it's
ever read
weird.
like books from like the 60s? From like, I read like a dating, like basically like a pickup artist book from the 60s. And it's saying like, you should dress with flair like a Negro. Women like that. And dude, it's so funny.
Yeah, that carried over. That was the nail on the head on that one. Next thing you know, white kids are wearing flat brims and fucking...
True.
Yeah, that guy was right.
Where did
He
you find
called
this
it.
pickup book from the
It
fucking...
was, oh fuck, man. It was called,
What's it called? Like...
it used to be in my old bookshelf. I threw it out because I had a spray for bugs. And I was scared of it. I thought it had chemicals on it.
I feel like if any book had cockroaches in it, it would be that one.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck was it? It was
Any
called
book was gonna be filthy.
Modern Man. I'd have to look it up again. It was so funny. This guy in the '60s telling people like how to get laid, and it was just him.
Was it like pre sexual revolution '60s or?
I think
post?
so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So
it
it's still
pretty-
kind of like Don Drapery. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The good old days.
Yep.
Seems fun.
When you could tell a broad
you
what
should
to
get a
do.
fucking office job and start like chain smoking cigs and just drinking whiskey in there.
Fired right away. Show up to the fucking interview in a suit and a fucking...
Act like Don Draper had like a temp job, and like in a cubicle, and go to the movies at like 2 p.m.
Just have like a fucking like a mini bar in your cubicle and just pour people like highballs at, like 10 in the morning. Fucking smoke a cig.
You would. It'd be so funny how quick you would get fired. I mean, even showing up to the interview with the audacity to have like slicked back hair, and, like a fucking suit, drinking whiskey.
Dude, if you like walk to your
The
boss's
resume
desk,
that's
if
like
you,
wah-wah.
if you walk to your boss's desk with like 2 fat fucking glasses of Jim Beam, like set him down and be like, "We gotta talk, dude." You're like, "Get the fuck out." I don't know. Depending, you might be able to fly for a little bit.
No.
People wear a suit every day.
You're getting canned, dude. No matter where you are.
I want to get an office job and see how drunk I can be before I get fired. You
I mean,
can be
it
pretty
seems like
drunk.
some of those like fucking finance like stockbroker jobs, they let you get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you can. You got to kind of
at least based on the Wolf of Wall Street. I guess I don't know if that's like actually real.
Well, I think a lot of it. My friend used to do that, and like, so you'd like, you work during the day, and then at nighttime, part of your job is to go out with clients and just get like, butt fuck drunk, and then you got to come in the next day. So you kind of are like drunk almost every day.
I mean, my job, my boss is kind of openly talking about getting hammered and stuff with like, people they work with, and my coworker, they like all went to Vegas for like a conference, and he just did cocaine like literally the whole time and didn't go to a single meeting.
Is this like?
And they were just
you
like,
work in an office?
No, I work for like this website, so everyone works remotely, so it's kind of part of it.
He was just chatting about doing a bunch of blow,
and like he had like cocaine on his like jacket, and they're like, that's cocaine on you. He's like, sorry. And he didn't get fired. They're just like, they thought it was funny. They're like,
dude, what's that guy's fucking Guam, dude?
Wait, what?
How fast you typing?
Goal words per minute.
Gross
dude.
words a minute.
Fucking Guam must be through the roof.
The coke guy?
He's pretty cool, man. He could be a good like CIA agent, I think.
Really?
He's got like a spook kind of vibe, like a sort of good like not the racist one, not the racist one. Like they call CIA agents spooks. That's like
I've never heard that.
Come on, fuck you, fuck off.
Pedro said spook. Everybody.
PewDiePie, dude.
And they used to call it KGB coons, right?
What? Damn, that's wild. Yeah, I could. I worked at a call center, and there was this lady who, like, multiple times they'd have to send her home because she was too drunk. She would get too drunk, and they'd send her.
But they never fired her though.
No, she wasn't a spook. I did not think she was a fucking a CIA operative.
Woo!
That's a real word for that.
Yeah, no shit.
I believe it.
Well,
my one friend's nickname is Spade. So I'm always like, yeah, I was chilling with Spade, and like a lot of people are like, whoa. And I'm like, no, he looks like David Spade. And they're like, yeah, all right.
All right, I gotta
take a break.
Piss, yeah.
We're 30 minutes. Oh my God, we're back.
Yes.
Dude, so last episode we talked about, Pedro, I don't know if you heard this, but we were trying to figure out where all the gay Mexicans were.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've personally never seen gay Mexicans ever. And then I went to D.C., dude, and I found all of them.
Huh.
Gay Mexicans?
Yeah, dude. All of them.
What were they doing?
So I went to this place. I went to the movies. I was going to see Baby Driver. And then I was like, I want to go eat before we go. But we were in the neighborhood of D.C. So we Ubered to the movie theater. It was in the neighborhood, and then we went to get tacos before we went to see the movie. And there was the whole staff was gay Mexicans. It was a gay taco place. It was like a bar, nightclub that sold tacos, and it was just all gay Mexicans there. And then separately outside of there, later on in that day, there was a gay kickball tournament. I saw one more gay Mexican.
Well, that's because they all escaped the chupacabra.
You think so?
Yeah, if they were
Chupacabra eats gay people in Mexico.
Well, no, the Chupacabra is the lone gay Mexican.
Okay.
Who eliminated all the others.
It's like Highlander.
Oh,
if you're a gay Mexican, you have to kill whoever you fucked. So there's one Chupacabra roaming the Mexican countryside.
Dude, that's the theory. That's a theory we formed. It's not true. They just all work at El Rey in Washington D.C.
They escaped.
You think?
The Chupacabra doesn't travel north, dude.
Yeah, he's in Mexico.
There's no gay Mexicans.
Oh, in Mexico.
There are gay immigrants. That's why every time we're like, build a wall, what's the problem with preventing illegal immigration? All the gay liberals are like, come on, let them go. Let them through.
Because they know it lurks?
Because they know the gay Chupacabra lurks in the darkness, dude.
Interesting.
That's exactly why they were all able to find, safety.
So you think that's why they don't want to go back? Out of fear of the Chupacabra?
If you're an illegal immigrant, one of the main fears you have of going back is the gay Chupacabra who will get you.
All right.
This is a very chill version of something Alex Jones would scream. This is like slowed down, kind of smooth jazz Alex Jones.
I think you actually just hit the nail on the head of exactly what our show has been this entire time.
Just a laid back sleepover version of conspiracy.
Lights out, hey, are you still awake, dude?
The mask is off, dude. We've been unmasked.
That'd be sick to have a slumber party with Alex Jones. Just while you're going to sleep, lights are out. He's just like,
oh, he'd be the one that talks the latest. Like, hey,
you guys still up? Do you remember Tower 7?
Dude,
Shut up, Alex.
That's all they played on TV. Did you watch TV at all?
It's like, why did the BBC announce Tower 7 collapsed before it did?
Did you watch TV on Tuesday?
I didn't really.
All it was, dude. It was just like the Flight 93 movie.
I forgot it was 9/11 until like midday.
Really?
Yeah, that was weird. That was the latest into 9/11 I've gotten without being like, oh, fuck.
That is such a dude. I was on day of 9/11. I was sitting there at one point. I was like, that would happen on Tuesday. That's such a Tuesday thing to happen.
Such a Tuesday
That's
thing.
such a Tuesday thing.
Such
dude.
a random day.
Yeah. Tuesday's rough because it's like it's still the beginning of the week. It's
Exactly.
like Monday already passed, but it's still like fuck. There's so much left to go, and then 2 fucking planes hit towers and 2,000 people died. It's like when is it? Friday already? You know?
Yeah, basically.
God,
That's the vein of it.
TGIF.
Yeah.
my mom today was like, "Oh, it's 9/11." I'm just like, "No, it's 9/12, Mom." She's like, "Oh, never mind." That was funny.
That would be funny to think some guy was in there bitching about Tuesday and a plane hit the window and he's like slightly above it and he was just like, can anything else happen today?
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
It's like a Dilbert comic.
Yeah, I wonder how Dilbert dealt with 9/11.
He burnt to death in a cubicle. He was a jumper. Dilbert was actually a jumper.
Yeah, he's the falling man.
Of Dilbert with that tie up.
The dog got out.
When he was falling, his tie actually stayed the exact same because of the wind.
Yo, you guys ever listen to Scott Adams talk about Trump? It's really weird.
Who's that, a figure skater?
No, he's the fucking creator of Dilbert.
Oh, yeah.
The creator of Dilbert is like
he loves Trump.
Yeah, well,
Does he?
I can't tell if he loves Trump.
Well, at least he respects him.
I think he makes he gets a lot of press appearances and attention from kind of defending Trump.
Well, I guess since everyone stopped reading newspapers,
Yeah.
you know, he's kind of dead in the water.
He has a very devilish way of arguing. It's kind of interesting. He'll be like, well, there's 3 reasons why that argument's wrong. Number 1, and he keeps like bifurcating everything he says till we're like you don't know what he's saying anymore.
Well, the time I heard him was the Sam Harris podcast.
Yeah,
which is probably where you heard him, right?
And another one too.
But the
Josh Zepps,
because him and Sam Harris fucking is almost intolerable to hear talk. Like he's just. Well, I want to go ahead and go back. I want to put a pin in this and go back to what you said earlier about that. So he does the same thing. So it's funny to hear somebody be like, "Here's 3 reasons what you just said was wrong." First, and then anyway, but
Scott Adams then will like kind of make a leap in logic that doesn't quite make sense, but you sort of get lost in the weeds because
The creator of Dilbert.
Yeah, he's like this like. It's very strange.
All you have to do is be like, Garfield rules, Dilbert sucks. Fuck off,
yeah,
dude.
but also if you created Dilbert, you'd be like, what do you have, a podcast, dude? Suck my dick.
So
Dilbert is king.
I'm like, you're down scribbling in your fucking parents' basement, dude. No one reads boring-ass Dilbert, dude.
Yeah, I bet Dilbert could fucking
dude,
pull out
Calvin
some cash.
and Hobbes, The Far Side. It's like, yeah, dude.
Who do you think Jim Davis voted for?
Who's Jim Davis?
Garfield.
Oh, dude. Jim Davis.
I don't know. He's a faggot who
He
loves
has a
cats.
cat. Yeah, Hillary. He's with her.
Yeah.
Jim Davis with her. But yo, Garfield is fucking lit. That was like the height of my son. I would come home from mass, steal Victoria's Secret, jerk off upstairs in the bathroom, and then come down and be like, Garfield, yes, and read Garfield in the newspaper.
Oh yeah, I read
That's
Garfield.
great, man.
I think Garfield's
That's
kind
really
of like
nice.
Garfield's kind of an
fantastic.
alt-right figure in a way.
You think Garfield's all
I
right?
think so.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a job and he like just like sits around all day and is like
sounds
pretty
like
mean.
a liberal.
Well, no, a lot of those like the 4chan kids all like are like unemployed, like
Oh, I thought you were saying John
they're like
Davis.
cheating the system, you know. Like
Yeah.
Garfield's got kind of that like.
I thought you were
vibe.
saying John Davis was like attacking.
No, I think John Arbuckle, his owner, is a lib.
Definitely.
Yeah, he like goes on.
Cuck.
John Arbuckle's like a male feminist.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
Yeah.
the dog would definitely be a fucking Hillary supporter.
Yeah.
Just like in your face, like,
Oh, Odie?
we're
Yeah.
number 1. Yeah.
We're the
Garfield would be
best.
like, dude, you suck. Shut the fuck up. I'm
True.
number 1, dude. Garfield is the fucking man. Garfield is alt-right as fuck.
Yeah, I can
That's
see that.
sick.
Good point.
And then also he used to be really fat, and then he got kind of like he got slim.
Garfield got slim?
Yeah, like he's drawn less fat and he like now he like stands on 2 legs. I was a big Garfield fan as a kid, so I
Were you really?
I noticed his evolution.
So are you, dude. You were jerking off.
Well, that was. I remember when I was little, I would read the comics every Sunday, and then I read an article as a little kid that said like, typically depressed people read comics, the Sunday funnies. And then when I was little, I was like, "Fuck, I'm depressed, dude. This sucks." I wasn't depressed at all, but I got worried that I was depressed, and I was like, "Fuck."
What kind of fucking killjoy wrote that fucking article?
I don't know.
Pedro,
I'm sorry, I'm coughing.
Could you please stop fucking coughing during this podcast?
I'm trying.
Jesus. All right.
It's too lit in here, dude.
But
It is.
My lungs can't handle it.
It's a lot of Yankee
There's a lot
candle
of
wax
truth.
burning.
There's a lot of truth in the air. Your cuck lungs can't handle it.
No, but I was saying because like a lot of the alt-right people are really into like fitness and like self-improvement and shit. That's like a big aspect of it. So Garfield is kind of like he like started listening to like Jordan Peterson, and you know he was like, I gotta go start lifting weights.
You talking about fucking Saint Jordan Peterson,
Yeah, yeah.
bro?
Are you guys?
I love Jordan
When
Peterson.
did Garfield listen to Jordan Peterson?
I'm saying that's why he got. That's why he's in better shape. Yeah, yeah.
I love Jordan.
He started watching his like
What's
vlogs.
the beef with JBP?
Oh, I don't have beef with him. I just think it's like he's kind of a funny figure, I guess. So he sounds like a fucking Canadian Mountie, and he's like telling everybody.
You shouldn't be racist. Are we going to make fun of people for their voices?
Yeah,
and their accents? Are we allowed to make fun of people for their accents?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair.
Yeah,
I
like him,
folks.
I can see that. I can see him being like.
Yeah, I never had a problem with that. By the way, like if people in a stand-up joke doing like an accent of like if they're like it's a story about like an Indian guy and then they do an Indian accent but they're not Indian.
Yeah,
that always makes people like upset.
That's because you're white.
Right, but it's like weird. It's like
you're white.
Yeah,
no, I don't. I'm saying
if you were Chinese and I was like, you'd be like, dude,
we don't
chill.
have many Asian listeners to this podcast.
But I agree. I think it's you should be able to do any voice
that's
you want.
right. Yeah.
But you know,
Well, yeah, I think it's great when Chappelle's like, I'll tell you what.
no, it's hilarious when
Yeah,
black
it's
people do
Chuck
white
Taylor.
voice. It cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It adds fucking flavor to the story you're telling.
True, but the other thing is like you have to know deep down inside if you're Asian, like that's the funniest voice, hands down. Asian voice is the funniest. If you take all the voices and say the same thing, but say it in Asian, people will laugh. So say it with an Asian accent.
You're
people
not allowed to
generally
do,
will laugh.
You're not allowed to do black people voice. Realistically, you really can't get away with that one.
Yeah,
but when
It's
it
hard
comes
to pull off too.
when it comes to funniest voice, sassy black lady is right up there with Asian man. As far as like,
I think sassy black woman though is almost a little cliche. That's almost like you'll have like the office worker guy be like, and everyone's like, oh.
yeah.
But if you hit in an office hard, like, oh, thank you.
Someone in the
That's
office,
lights out every
someone in the
time.
office is like, oh, very good. Oh, thank you.
Like,
For like
if you get a
birthday.
promotion and you bow, and it's like, oh, thank you, sir. Oh, very good. But if you're like, people are like, oh, that's good.
This is what
I
happens when
remember
you come at Jordan Peterson, dude. 20 minutes of Asian voice after that.
Oh, yeah, dude.
To cover it
Don't
up.
ever talk about Jordan Peterson again.
Oh, dude. I love Jordan Peterson. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah, I think he's.
But-
I think he's like a smart, compelling guy. But I also think it's funny how much of a fucking like how much hero worship there is.
Yeah, of course.
him.
You could chuck him in with Rogan to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
like we love
Totally.
Rogan, JPP, definitely. But, dude, JPP is the best.
So the idea of
So is
Garfield
Rogan.
listening to Jordan Peterson and being like,
I
I
can see
gotta
that.
stop eating lasagna and start doing push-ups.
That's how we got to that. I follow a JPV subreddit, and it's really funny because people try to discuss things like him, but he's like a fucking
yeah,
genius.
most of them are pretty stupid.
And so
Yeah,
they all try to talk like him, and they're like, you have to understand in these polarizing times.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
it's the dumbest fucking shit.
Well, that's the Google memo guy who got like fired. Like when you read the memo, you're like, this guy listens to. You can like you can almost hear the podcast that he listened to like before rating it.
I just listened to him on Joe Rogan.
What did he say?
Was it
It
interesting?
was impossible. Like he sucked.
Really?
He really sucked.
Yeah, he's a
Talking.
loser.
He's not good at talking. That was basically Joe
Yeah,
Rogan.
I saw an interview. He's
talking to himself.
He's a nervous Nelly. He kind of
Yeah.
like he's like, ugh.
But
He's also buried in a fucking cubicle at Google, like going through data. Of course,
the
he's not gonna be
Dilbert guy. When it comes to defending Trump, you would like this.
No,
And-
he's good at it.
And I
yeah.
can appreciate at least like. So his idea is Donald Trump's like this master negotiator, this master of like
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah.
see him talk about this
his first statement
and how
will-
he studied this shit too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, about persuasive, like
That's
how
kinda creepy.
persuasive you are. And he's like, this is the most persuasive person I've ever seen, is Donald Trump. And in his defense, because I listened to it with him and Sam Harris, and Sam Harris is like, Sam Harris clearly gets triggered, which is really funny.
Right.
Does he
And
really?
Sam Harris acknowledges it. He's like, if you listen to this podcast, because Sam Harris always does this condescending, cunty
I hate
fucking
that intro, dude.
that he did with Jordan Peterson that
I
pissed
didn't
me
like
off.
that at all.
He's like, well, you can listen and you can see where we differ, and I'll let you guys be the judges of it. But I got to tell you that, like, it's
Yeah,
just,
he
it's
does.
just like,
He
dude,
sets it up where it's basically like rather than just listen to it and tell me.
and Jordan couldn't seem to grasp our concept of
Do you listen to
truth.
his podcast?
Yeah, I do. No, I'm. Well,
You like Sam Harris over JPB, right?
No, I actually think JPB. Yeah, no, JBP. Yeah, I think he's more. I like that he's more like emotional.
Yeah, he is.
Sam Harris is like this weird egghead guy who like. I mean, I think he's smart, so I enjoy listening to him just because like I think I learn something. But there's things about the way he thinks and argues that bother me. He's also super comfortable with the idea of like the U.S. being like an imperialistic power. He like doesn't seem to have any problem with it.
He likes it.
Yeah,
yeah. He's like, yeah, cool. We should like go.
Those
to
are
Iraq
actually exactly the reasons I like Sam Harris.
Really?
No, that's the,
Whenever he's like he's unabashedly pro-West. Pro-Western culture and pro-Western ideals, and he's like, why should we even pretend that this isn't the correct way?
Yeah, I mean, I could hear.
I've actually, I've always agreed with that.
No, but then he's like, yeah, and so I have no problem with like, us going into Iraq, for example. Like that's what I mean, where he takes it to. He's just super comfortable with like a very expansionist military policy that. It just seems, I don't know, strange to me.
I haven't heard that from him, but I do believe you.
I
can see that him being like.
I don't like when people are too into science. They're like, we should just have science.
Well, that's the other thing is that
freaks me the fuck out. Dude.
So here's why I like Jordan Peterson better is it because he has some acknowledgement that like people are governed by their feelings, just as much as their reason. And Sam Harris is like, why can't we all just arrive at the conclusions that we arrive at through facts and debate? And it's like, it's just a very naive, it's a very naive view of how people actually think.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I like that.
But going back to the Dilbert guy, in his defense, because the whole time he's arguing with Sam Harris is like, Donald Trump's a repugnant. Like, you know how
so why does he hate Trump so much if he's all about
Donald Trump? He hates Donald Trump because Donald Trump's a fucking idiot. So he hates him. But the Dilbert guy is like, he's one of the best manipulators or persuasive people I've ever seen in my life.
So he really is a good. Oh, he's saying Donald Trump is.
Yes, but in that guy's defense, it's like, well, he is the fucking president. Like, it's like if you see the results, he's a fucking idiot that did this.
Well, yeah,
so his arguments do have some validity when it comes to like actual results.
Yeah, no, I don't think Scott Adams is wrong in pointing that out. I think he's right to say like Donald Trump has a pretty deep intuition about like what people want, and that no other politician really quite was able to like grasp. But he also seems to have no problem with any of the like ethical problems that arise like when like Trump lies all the time.
Trump University.
Yeah, he's like, well, he's successful. He persuaded people into.
Anytime he talked about like a lie, because Donald Trump lies all the time, Scott Adams would be like, these are all lies that are used to get to a good truth and a good result. So it's like, let's say he lied about Muslims dancing in Jersey City during 9/11.
Did he?
It's like, he did. I mean, of course, he didn't see thousands of people dancing in Jersey City. But he's like, was that a lie? Because he did demonstrate the proper sentiment, the actual sentiment that many Muslims in this country had towards America. And he's like, so while he was lying.
But also,
like, it was kind of true.
But is that true that many Muslims in this country, maybe like many Muslims in Saudi Arabia, felt that way? But like,
but
that's the thing. It's like
the guy who drew Dilbert.
Well, but he's not just the guy who drew Dilbert anymore. Now he's like, he's kind of like the go-to non-stupid Trump defender that people go to. So he has more influence now.
Yeah.
And it's like. I think there is something ethically wrong with those kinds of lies that he doesn't want to admit, or he just isn't interested in like particularly pointing out.
Yeah, I listened to it and I wanted to. Anytime I hear like Sam Harris verse somebody, I'm cheering for the other guy because Sam Harris is one of the most.
Why do you listen to him if you?
I do like Sam Harris.
Okay.
I do.
You just find him to be smug and
he's very smug. I listen to what he says, and it's crazy listening to somebody with that fucking vocabulary and that intelligence talking. Like, I mean, I've never. Yeah, he'll be like, I can't even imitate it because I don't know the fucking words.
You actually do his voice all right.
Like his fucking, he always is like, but like he stutters and then says a crazy word. Yeah, over a subject that all he had to say was like, Donald Trump's a fucking liar. But
I always wondered you can cut so much of the fat off a lot of that stuff. When those mega intellectuals like battle each other, it's just like. You guys can fucking cut out some of the
I tried to listen to the Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson thing, and it's like those two arguing over the definition of truth for 2 hours.
They're jerking themselves off.
Retarded.
Did you hear that? And they argue over like what is truth, and it's like
I didn't listen to it because from all accounts, it seems to be kind of
it's unlistenable.
Right?
It's insane. Yeah, it's.
Speaking of unlistenable, there's a lot of Philly comedy podcasts popping up. McCuskey, what do you think, boy?
Dude, I mean, I don't listen to fucking podcasts really.
I know. I did listen to some other local Philly comedy podcasts, and
really, how you feel about them?
I think they just need to send us 20% of whatever royalty they make. They need to send us.
I mean, we blaze the fucking
I mean,
trail,
we're the only people doing comedy podcasts in Philly.
True that. How you feel about that, dude?
Other people starting comedy podcasts in your shadow?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I see why they're doing it, because they're like, hey, these two fucking idiots talking seems to be successful.
Why would you say something like that?
No, but I mean...
Bleeped.
Like,
we're going to just cut all
that's,
his
I'm saying
audio.
Will you just cut his statement there and rewind to when he said spook?
Yeah. Like,
all right.
It's just we're going to dub all of his audio out and like, Pedro Salinas be like, spooks. And we're like, Pedro, man, what the fuck? And be like, fuck you, I'm out of here. You guys are faggots.
Oh, yeah, Pedro said fag. Did we have that on this one, or was that the one we
deleted? Yeah, it is.
No, that was this one. Yeah, before we...
Pedro said fag.
Like, I was pretty tame on the one you deleted. Yeah, then I decided to step it up. Yeah.
Got a little PewDiePie, dude.
No, I'm saying that.
Speaking of which, dude.
Hold on, don't just go right into it. Do not just. So PewDiePie for the listener.
Let me just clarify my statement. I'm saying that's what they're thinking. Because they don't realize that it's more than you guys just talking, that you have a specific chemistry.
We're fucking idiots. I talk about my dick on this thing for 50% of it.
Matt's a fucking idiot. So, listener,
I have whole episodes about my dick.
Those are literally our best episodes. So, by the way, our listener is also a fucking idiot. You hear that, listener? You dumb idiot. Pedro, call the listener.
There's just a bunch of white knuckles on fucking Kias right now. Be like, fucking, they turned on me.
Pedro.
Are there comments on this? Like, how do you get feedback?
Not really. Usually on Facebook.
Text. Yeah. People send texts like, "Yo, that was sick."
Yeah, okay. Pretty much everybody.
Don't you post this on like a college football forum, right?
On the main board.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of like?
There are some.
Yeah. I get a lot of haters too.
Yeah, there's some main board. There's a guy. There's a guy named Dairy Queen.
Okay.
He's
a hater.
He's a big time liberal.
Oh,
in fact, this is really funny. Before we get into this, so when I went to post the newest episode last week on the main board, I searched the secret podcast so I could find the thread, and then the name came up in a bunch of different threads because in the left thread, there's a thread dedicated to the left where they all talk, and this one guy, good bull by the way, he was talking. He was like, right now the left needs to seize this opportunity and try to reach out to moderates and just regular people instead of being the most arrogant cunts on earth, which is what we're doing. And he was like, listen to fucking Matt and Shane's secret podcast. He's like, those guys have every reason to hate the left. Just listen to it. He's like, every argument they've presented, I kind of agree with.
Hell yeah.
And everybody in there was like, fuck you, dude. And then
it's so
fucking
funny.
Dairy Queen came in and was like, those guys are fucking alt-right pieces of shit.
It's so funny because I'm not at all. And neither are you really.
What do you mean, really?
I mean, I'm more... You're not really. I don't think you're all right.
You think you're more liberal than me?
Yeah, definitely.
No way.
I'm definitely more liberal than you.
No way, dude.
Yeah, right.
On what issues do you think you're more liberal?
I have a black girlfriend. I have a black son. Clearly, I fucking beat you.
Now, see, me as an actual liberal realizes what an absolute racist and disgusting statement that was.
Do you have any black girlfriends, bro?
I've fingered many, many spooks.
Oh man!
Woo! Beauty pie, baby. No, I don't
And
give
the
a fuck.
light will shine where it must.
No, I was actually I did have you in a liberal fucking chokehold there.
Nah,
Yeah, if
I'm
you,
just displaying my openness.
if you rectify how open you are by being like, my girlfriend's black,
Yeah,
then that's
totally do.
that's a racist comment.
She'd agree with me.
That's a racist comment.
We'll have my. This is what the left does. I'll have my black girlfriend come down here and just say that I'm way more open, and you have to accept it. If you were
Fucking
super liberal,
Pedro, you're pretty much Hispanic as fuck, right? Tell me how fucking liberal I am.
I think you're both fairly liberal. I
Who's
mean,
more liberal, dude?
I don't. I
Be
mean, I don't
honest.
really know like issue by issue. That's why I was curious.
All right, give us an issue.
All right. Healthcare. How do you think healthcare should be
Universal.
Okay.
Yep. I actually have. I'm on Medicaid, so what's up?
I'm not entitled enough to have that. I don't even have that. So
You could be on it.
no, I couldn't. I'm so liberal. I don't work hard enough to get it.
That's the whole
Next
point.
issue.
If you don't have an income, you can get Medicaid.
Next
Yeah,
issue.
shut up, Pedro.
unless you make too much from comedy.
Pedro, you're being a fucking gay Hispanic.
Next issue. This is the 20.
This is the new
17 debate. I was like, I want to say 2020 for some reason.
Debunked.
Wrong.
Because you'd be in
Okay,
jail.
American foreign policy. Should we be expansionist or should we be isolationist?
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm all about. I'm taking us back to the roots. Isolationist.
Ooh,
Nation
that's-
of peaceful traders.
Whew.
Yep.
I wish you knew history.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
back when we started.
you're pretty. I feel like from when we've talked, you're fairly comfortable with like American military bases being like everywhere in the world.
Of course.
Because
Of
like you don't know
course.
what Russia's going to do. It seems.
Well-
I've heard you say.
I think as a nation, it's nice. As a world, we're talking about having clearly a military superiority over everybody in the entire world for probably the first time in human history, where one country could viably control the entire world.
Right.
And we don't take it over. And we don't. I mean, the most fucked up thing we did was Iraq lately.
Yeah, lately we've done some bad
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean,
like the
historically-
CIA's done some bad stuff in the past, and like
any other empire in the history of humanity that had this type of power
did horrible things.
would
with
do
it. Yes,
horrible things. So
Absolutely.
us having global fucking bases all over the world is doing nothing but preserving peace in the world. And since America has become number one, which it did after World War II, there hasn't been a major war.
That's like pretty much what like Hillary Clinton thinks. By the way,
Yeah.
So, that's
Wow.
like
I'll
that's
give you that one.
that's like
You're
that's
with
like
her.
the
I'll give you that one. He's with her.
that's the
a very Obama.
neoliberal.
Yeah, Warhawk, definitely.
It's very liberal.
I'll give you that.
Now you're isolationist. That's very.
That's more like Bernie.
You're a libertarian.
That's actually sums me up pretty well.
You're a
I'm a
socialist.
classic British liberal.
Classic-
Laissez-faire government.
Classic socialist. Like
No,
Bernie.
I'm not a socialist.
You're not a socialist?
Nope.
Then why are you with Bernie, dude?
I happen to be with him. I'm very diverse politically.
Next question.
Next question.
I'm more liberal.
I'm trying to think of like, you got
Guns.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, I don't know.
Fucking
Guns.
love 'em,
It's
dude.
different. I feel like people on the
Love
left
guns.
now like guns because Trump's president.
They want to get some guns.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love guns.
Yeah,
That's on the
guns,
record.
the
I'm
whole
pretty
thing
pro
about guns
guns.
kinda changed.
I think we agree on that. Pro guns.
Hell yeah.
Like I see like the smug liberal TV shows that used to make fun of guns now are like kind of pro guns.
Ramping up, yeah.
I think that we need to give more black people guns.
Yeah.
That's what
Yes.
that's what Killer Mike thinks.
Me and Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think black people need more guns.
I just gave a black guy a gun today. I was like, here you go. I'll buy this for you. I did a straw purchase today. I just went out and put
Dude,
myself
just
at risk.
because you gave a black guy a gun doesn't mean you're less racist. That's so racist.
I just straw purchased for several of my friends, dude.
Nope. Next
All
question.
right, I win.
I'm trying to think of one where you guys might actually.
You actually do that today? That's pretty sick.
No, I wish, dude. No, I didn't make a straw purchase. That's like 5 years in jail.
All right.
I feel like no one doesn't agree with. Oh, okay. Do you think markets are overall a good way to organize society, to organize it around like
Ooh, that is a good
trade
question.
and
Go ahead, Mr.
Great
Laissez-faire,
question.
dude.
Enterprise.
You better
Yeah,
stick to those guns.
no, I am. I'm a big market man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But, throttled with government control. It's just a fucking...
So you're
Never
not
ending
a
dance.
classic British laissez-faire liberal.
Yeah, I'm tempered. Definitely tempered slightly.
Oh, so you're not.
It's
what
a
you said you
delicate
are.
dance, dude.
Well, I thought,
I'm
so
giving
what
you a
do what do
politician's
think
answer
about
right now.
fucking-
I'm
yeah,
giving
I
you a
know,
politician's
I know,
answer
dude.
right
This is
now.
exactly why Donald Trump, one president, because
I would be in favor of free markets. I'm in favor. I am, though. Honestly, I'm in favor.
I'm gonna drain your fucking balls.
I'm in favor of free markets over government restriction. Because I think free markets, government you can totally just mandate. Free market you can actually just have competitors take someone out. If enough people hate it, it's not going to go. Government you can mandate, and that's just that.
What about you, Shane?
I think the listener has got to be just like, holy fuck, what is going on?
But the old fucking straw man.
No. That's me respecting the market and trying to understand what the demand is for this podcast, because I don't think we're supplying them with the right shit.
You don't like the debate?
No, I love this debate. I think when it comes to, I don't know, I'm very pro free market. I think there's stuff like minimum wage that's very important.
Copycat.
No, dude, I had to fucking hold your hand through that.
You didn't hold my hand.
Well, I had to make sure you remembered what you said about being laissez-faire and fucking.
I know what I said.
I just had to make sure you knew where you were.
I'm a complex man, dude.
Very complex.
I'm a complex man. All depends on what are we talking about. America? I thought we were talking about like Turkey. I'm like I'd go any country.
Really? Why are we talking about Turkey?
I mean, are we just? I didn't want to assume we're just talking about America.
You're just flexing. You're like, fuck it. No, I'm talking about politics in a totally different.
Let's
talk about the euro, dude.
Very alt-right of you.
What?
To just think that the United States is just this global bullshit, dude.
No. I'm talking. I mean, I'll talk about any country. I didn't know we were specifically talking about the United States. I'm not really a cultural imperialist like that, but.
This is a hodgepodge of like words.
I don't know.
It's like a word jumble.
I literally, to be honest, I've never voted in my life. I don't read the news, and I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I was telling Pedro this today. It's like,
but I think you probably give a fuck. You just don't.
No,
like
honestly,
I feel like you don't like to wade into the internet arguments, but you probably have. You really, genuinely don't care.
No, like if I see in front of me, if I saw like a child like bleeding in the streets, I'd feel bad.
Yeah.
If I read in the news that they're gonna like. Say, like I was telling Pedro, if they ended gay marriage, I swear to God, I wouldn't care.
Okay, what about...
I just don't give a fuck. Like,
what about, like...
I win a liberal argument. I win a liberal argument, dude. That's the fucking haymaker.
I just don't... But, like, I'm being honest. Like, if I read that, I'd be like, huh, okay. Like, I wouldn't be like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, of course.
I don't... Unless... As soon as something affects me personally, then I care.
So it's like if your best friend was gay married and then was forced to get divorced because that might upset you.
No, I'd be like, when you're getting married for your gay, you could go fuck guys anywhere on the internet. Like, why the fuck would you do that? I'd actually help them out.
No, I kind of agree.
I'm fascinated by that too.
I agree with Matt when it comes to like right now with the Republicans and the Democrats in America. It's like, dude. Either one, I could give a fuck less about.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I totally understand, but I just mean like that's different from not caring in general. Like not like for example, do you care that like people in Flint don't have water that they can drink?
I think it's a shame.
I think you'd be lying to yourself.
I think it's a shame. Have any of us sent them?
I don't like wake up every day and cry about it, but like it's sure.
What have you done to change that?
Nothing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But I think it like I would say I care about it in the sense that I think it's wrong, and I think it's
wrong.
I think it's bad. I'd be pissed.
So I wouldn't say I don't care about it.
Put it this way, I'd be pissed if my water was brown.
Apparently, Philly's water's kind of fucked up.
Philly's water's completely fucked up. I was bragging about it.
Dude, I've been shooting ropes.
I was bragging about Philly's water, and then I looked it up, and it's like really low. In terms
of Philly's water.
I was like, we have clean water, dude. I was trying to say ours was cleaner than Chicago's, and Brittany's like, no, ours is like third in the country.
That's why people call it water, because it's so fucking dirty. That's the dirt weighing it down. People from New York that they brag about their water too.
They brag about everything,
right? Sure.
If you're from New York, you're just most arrogant.
Yeah.
But let's go back to how much people really don't care.
No, I mean, I totally see where you're coming from, but I guess it's like I think saying you don't care at all is an exaggeration.
I mean, I don't care enough to do anything.
Right.
Like if someone was like, if my mom's water was brown, I'd go out there and dig a well and figure it out. But like,
or you go buy her some fucking bottled water.
Yeah, I send her some deer. Right. I send her some Fiji.
Get her some Fiji. Steal some Fiji from a
dude,
comedy.
I get her a good pH water, dude, coming in at like 8.
Nice, man.
But no, I mean, I think. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, it sucks. Their water's brown. I'm not the fucking Detroit water department. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, I agree.
That's sad.
You could tweet about it.
Yeah, exactly. I could be like, it's just fucking outrage. It's
and I don't think that's necessarily that helpful either.
Well, I see so many people being like, here's where you can send donations to Hurricane Harvey. It's like, you didn't do anything. You just jerked yourself off on Twitter.
I sent $10 there.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
I don't know.
That type of...
I can't, like, I'll be being
That
totally
shit
honest.
sucks.
It's like, you know, it sucks. Like anything else, DACA, how they like,
Yeah.
I totally agree with, that's a good policy. I'm like, that's a good idea. If they repealed it, I'm like, man, that sucks. That was a good policy. I'm not going to go fucking stand in front of the White House with a sign and be like, bring that back. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, wake up. I got to get my oil changed. Like, I got shit I got to do.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I just don't care.
Right.
I mean, and it's not like you're doing anything less than anybody else in the fucking country.
No, if I drive,
dude, if you went and did like the fucking women's march, it's like, what did you do?
nothing.
What the fuck did you do?
Here's
there?
my whole thing is like I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. But if I'm driving down like with jumper cables, I'll take time out of my day and jump
To
the guy. Yeah,
drive by
do
him and call
something
him
I
a
actually
faggot.
can do. Next game. No, I do. I'll drop. You know, if I
If
can
I see
do,
a black guy on the street, I'll sell him a gun. You know?
Yeah, if he needs a gun,
Yeah.
if he needs to protect his family by senselessly murdering a stranger.
Oh God.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't. My whole thing too. It harkens back to when, like, I don't know if I said this, so stop me if I did, but like, how you'll get people talking about how oppressed they are in America, how fucked up oppression is, how like systematically they're being oppressed while wearing Jordans, and it's like, well, yeah, there's a kid beneath you who you're technically oppressing by supporting the company that
Yeah.
pays him 10 cents an hour to
Yeah.
Sure.
stitch his hand shut and on shoes for how much do they cost? $250. So it's like, I'm not saying you're not oppressed, but it's like the fact that you don't give a fuck about that kid. That's how people don't give a fuck about you. You know,
Yeah.
you don't know that kid in Guam or wherever, so you're like, well, fuck him. I need Jordans. And then if you're like, well, people don't care. It's like, well, yeah, definitely, people definitely don't care about you.
I saw an interesting thing today that it got me thinking. Like, so after on 9/11, Chris Rock tweeted this image of, like, it was like, also on 9/11, remember that we started an unjust war with Iraq, and this led to this, and like all these things. And it was like, is that how you want to view history? Is that how you want to look at every tragedy? Because like, it's not gonna. Like, that'd be like me posting, like, on a day of remembrance for, like, Ferguson.
Right.
Me being like, well, also you need to remember that Black Lives Matter killed a bunch of police in Dallas on this day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can do that with anything. And
No, Black Lives Matter didn't. It was a guy,
who claimed Black Lives
right,
Matter.
which is different. It wasn't like the organization was like, yes, we support. It was. It's not like
Is
when
it that organized at that point?
Black
was
Lives,
it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, at that point, Black Lives Matter had like a specific set of policy proposals and stuff. They had like put on the internet. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not the same as like when a lone gunman like shoots a bunch of people and then ISIS like claims responsibility for
Yeah.
it. That was legitimately different. But I see what you mean.
Or all right, fine. Instead of that, like, somebody on the anniversary of Michael Brown being shot by police, being like, also, today's a good day to remember that, crime rates in African American communities are through the roof.
Sure.
So police maybe are a little trigger happy when they pull over a
yeah.
black guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, let's also remember that. It's like,
yeah, I understand. It's
if you're going to do that with issues like this, it's, I don't know.
It's
And
never ending. Yeah, I got you.
It goes back to what you said about, like, I'm oppressed, and it's like, well, you're wearing fucking Nikes, and you
Yeah.
got an iPhone that was made by some poor kid in Bangladesh
Yeah.
that, he couldn't commit suicide out of where he worked because there's a net there.
Yeah. Like, that's fucked
It's
up.
like, I mean, yeah.
But
it
you
is.
also don't see that kid. It's all like your oppression only relates to people you see every day. You know what I mean? So if
But
you
so we'll go back to the Chris Rock's thing, though. It is true that 9/11 was used as a pretense for an unjust war, right? So what is the right way to bring that up?
I don't know, maybe not on 9/11.
Yeah, I mean,
also though,
that,
there's
but
a
it's
thing
like-
of 9/11 May being a fucking conspiracy, a false flag. That throws a fucking monkey wrench into things.
I think it never happened.
Yeah.
You don't think it happened?
I just
Oh, yeah. That's a sick theory.
You're a 9/11 denier.
9/11.
I think they're still there.
I was up there, dude. They formed into one, but it's the same. They just melted them.
They fused like in DBZ.
I jumped out and it was like Michael Douglas the game, dude. It all just came to, and I was just like back in high school, like, oh fuck, what happened?
Michael
What'd you
Douglas,
jump
the
out of?
game.
The fucking tower, bro.
You were a jumper?
It was Michael Douglas the game, dude. I came back and was like, whoa.
I don't think Dilbert being a jumper got enough respect.
That was funny. That made me laugh. Yeah,
That'd be a good
His little
comic.
tie.
the tie
His
thing.
tie
Dude,
fucking-
if he bowed out on like a 9/11 Dilbert jumping on
Holy
9/11,
shit. He'd be arguably the greatest artist
And
of all
just
time.
Trump fucking caught him at Ground Zero.
If I was the Dilbert comic maker and I was gonna kill myself,
That's a sick.
If I was gonna kill myself, I would definitely make a Dilbert cartoon of him jumping out of the World Trade Center and then kill myself.
Oh my god.
All these great artists that have killed themselves, they should go on top like that.
True.
They should give everybody a real fuck you.
Do you think
Sylvia
that
Plath
helps?
did a good one. Head in the oven.
Who did?
Sylvia Plath put her head in the oven. That's
What,
a pretty
what
good.
did she cut a little square out so she could
She just
shut
like opened the fucking. Yeah, I don't know. She just put it in somehow. I guess she just opened it and it was
She
hot
sounds
enough.
like a real dumb bitch.
I feel like it's a cool way to kill yourself.
Head in the oven?
Yeah.
No.
I think the ultimate's head in microwave. You gotta cut a square out of your microwave
Yeah.
so you can shut it, turn it on, and put your head in, and just
Put it
melt
on
your
defrost for 5 minutes.
just melt your face off.
God.
Just nuke your face off.
I was joking about suicide with Okani in the car because we were watching people that have killed themselves via like animals at the zoo.
Ooh.
And it's like, I don't think you realize how much you don't hate yourself until just that first bite from a bear. And you're just like, oh, fuck, help, help. I don't want this. I don't want to die.
Yeah, suddenly
That's the
everything's
worst.
not so pointless.
Yeah,
You're like,
when
oh
you
yeah, I have to
become-
not get eaten by bears.
Yeah, when
That's
you
the
become
point of
food,
life.
And
Yeah.
just like instinctively, you're just
Right.
like, help.
Whereas like
True.
like hose in the car in the garage, that's kind of like a nice way to die. So you sort of just like fall asleep. Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah.
don't have that like maybe your survival instinct doesn't kick in the way it would if you get attacked.
People that are
Makes
like,
sense.
I'm so depressed, I'm gonna go fucking throw myself in the bear pit. It's like that was the worst. That was the worst choice ever.
Yeah, totally.
That was the worst fucking choice you could make.
Might be a good
in
way to
life.
actually like get a new lease on life. Is like then I fought off
To
a bunch
survive.
of bears. Yeah,
True.
Maybe that's what they're hoping
Yeah.
for.
Well, that's the worst. Jumpers that survive. People jump off like the Golden Gate Bridge, and then
And
survive.
they like shatter their fucking.
And they're
spine.
back. And they're back
Oh,
for the
that's
sequel.
right.
No, they're just back for
Oh,
the sequel.
damn.
And everyone's like, "Yo, bro, heard you try to kill yourself." You're like, "Yeah, fucked up."
Damn.
Yeah,
There was a guy I knew.
fails to kill.
There was a
himself.
guy. There was a guy. This is horrible.
Yeah.
There was a guy I was working with whose kid, low key, was a jumper, and then like he just didn't die, and then like he just had to show up, and he was like a carpenter. And he had to fucking work.
But he was fine though. He didn't get injured.
He
I'm
eventually
sure
was
he
okay.
fucking-
He got fucked up, but he probably got a wicked fucking
He
belly.
rolled an ankle.
Right.
It
Yeah,
was the
but- yeah.
second floor.
Probably got a wicked belly flop slash or whatever. But like, dude, he's back on the job, dude. He's watching those pieces of wood
Damn.
get cut every day, being like, dude, I can't believe I jumped. That's a wacky thing to come back from.
What? Literally trying to commit suicide?
Just
like
literally
actually
just
jumping?
being Neo from the Matrix, dude. And the water's like, you're
Oh,
right. You wake
fuck.
up in an ER, just like your dad's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a fucking.
Coming back for the sequels, the power move, dude.
If do you do it again?
Everyone leaves you alone.
Do you do it again though?
I don't know, dude. That's gotta be terrifying to jump and not die, and then be like, dude, I'm not going. Part 3 is not.
I mean, you might just try to kill yourself in a
Trilogy.
different way.
That'd be sick if this guy was like the Rocky of suicides. Like 7 episodes of him facing.
I wonder
different
how many.
deaths.
What was like the most suicide attempts ever?
It's probably a high school chick that cut herself 90 times.
Yeah,
Like,
she ate,
I'm gonna
like-
do it this time.
She had 2 aspirins twice. Yeah.
Yes, dude. Suicide is funny, Pedro.
Well, women are more
think so.
likely to attempt suicide, and men are more likely to pull it off.
Where are you getting that stat from?
It's
Jordan
just-
Peterson.
no, that was.
I heard that stat.
Yeah, a couple. I saw it in a movie, and I saw it in a couple things. But men are way more likely to
Yeah.
actually kill themselves.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, yeah, I don't not believe it. I'm just curious where it comes from. I don't know. Like,
Don't worry
Probably.
about it.
I mean, that's a probably easy stat. Just
yeah,
you show up, someone's dead, like how they die, suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Chalk it up,
right.
and it's like, why is this chick crying here? Be like, she tried to kill herself. But,
Chalk it up. Like there's actually like a whiteboard just like.
I mean, it is horrific. It's also kind of ridiculous how like you get a lot of these writers and like they kill themselves, and like it definitely adds to the legend.
Yeah, dude.
Like I mean, it's so weird and fucked up. If I hear a guy killed himself, I seek the book out and I'm like, I gotta read what the fuck this guy
Yeah,
was
dude.
thinking
Fucking
about.
Heath Ledger. The Joker, dude. Everyone's like, "Whoa, look how dark."
That
he
was the
is.
fucking most bullshit.
Yeah, it
fucking
was.
like they're like, "Oh my god!" Eventually, the Joker overtook him. It's like, no, he was a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
He didn't get
That
overtaken
character
by.
was too dark. It's like, dude, the Joker's gay as fuck.
He didn't get overtaken by Batman. It was like, yo, I love OxyContin. All of a sudden,
What if Jared Leto killed himself after Suicide Squad to try to like cash in on the legend and nobody cared?
Sick.
They're like, still bad, dude. I don't
Dude,
care.
did you hear the stories of like what Jared Leto was doing to try to like get into character?
Oh, I bet it's
Like
hilarious.
he was like mailing cast members like pig heads
that's
with
so,
like written on it like ha ha ha.
oh, what a loser.
that
Think if there's other
sucks.
cast members being like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Imagine Will
Like
Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah,
well,
be
Will
like-
Smith's kooky enough to be like, whoa, this guy really
he's
believes
gay.
it.
Yeah,
Will
maybe
Smith
he'd be
is
nice
gay.
about
He's
it.
a
Be
gay
like,
Scientologist.
Literally, he's in the gay Hollywood mafia. But anyway,
that's a really funny conspiracy. That
Gay Hollywood
everyone's
mafia?
everyone's
Have you-
gay. Every famous person is gay.
or they weren't gay. Like apparently, Tom Cruise wasn't gay. But all those like elites of Hollywood, all those like gay old Jewish guys, like
Yeah.
got their hands on him young and just flipped him, and now he's out like picking people.
Oh,
up. Mel Gibson.
There,
Or
there's
no,
one oh, I think
Mel
the fucking-
Gibson is straight as
No,
an
Mel Gibson-
arrow,
Mel
dude.
Gibson
How
fought-
dare you?
Excuse me, not Mel Gibson. Who was getting all John Travolta? I get John Travolta and Mel Gibson.
John
Yeah,
Travolta's
yeah.
actually gay.
John Travolta, but he got flipped. He was a hot young thing. Came in and they just
Yeah, but he started grabbing boys.
he started asking for
at the
massages,
parlor,
dude.
Brett Ratner, the fucking Rush Hour, or yeah, was he direct Rush Hour? That guy had like boys. Like he was like
That's so sick.
he was like abusing his like young like male assistants.
Really?
Yeah, and like coercing them into sex and stuff.
He had like 30.
Hollywood's fucked up.
He hit a
man.
bunch of Meckies.
Yeah,
He hit a bunch of
Kinda,
Meckies
yeah,
that
sort of.
were like producer
Dude.
like assistants, and he was just
I
fingering
mean,
them.
you could get people hell bent enough on like fame and stardom to suck your dick. Like that's age old thing.
Oh, definitely.
I'm pretty sure that's every dick sucking ever.
Probably.
So you think you're gonna get a little power?
Well, that's a hot black conspiracy that like every famous rapper is gay. That's another one. They like. I've been in multiple talks with people. They're like Jay-Z's gay, Kanye's gay. They're all gay.
Kanye is actually
mean,
probably
dude.
gay.
There's these people are claiming like inside. The dude who's telling me this, he's like, I know for a fact, dude. He's like, I have
Oh,
inside
here's
info.
a little debate me and old Pedro over here used to have.
What?
Have you come off that Kanye West is the best yet?
I never said he was the best. I just said I liked him.
No,
And
he's
I-
gay.
And I like. I mean, he might be gay. I don't know.
That's a sick debate.
Yeah. I don't even remember. I don't know what the terms are. So he's
I forget
either
what the
good
terms
or
are.
he's gay.
Those are that's. I mean,
do you
that's
like
the,
him or is he gay?
Yeah.
That's the debate.
I mean, that's it.
Well, we did used to argue about the album Yeezus. I remember. I remember you really hate Yeezus.
Well, all right, hold on.
Yeah.
The way you would defend it, you were like, it's a real beautiful, dark. I
didn't say
it's
that.
dark and it's beautiful the way it gets into his, his twisted, fucked
yeah,
up mind, and
I
it's
think
like.
that's. I
This
agree
is
with.
just a fucking gay black dude hitting buttons on a fucking DJ table, and you're like, "Wow, this is impressive." It's like,
No, man, it sounds
will-
sick.
I will
am
say-
a god. That album sucked dick.
All
Yeezus
rap.
sucked.
I don't
I'm
think it
gonna.
does.
I'm
I
gonna.
think it's good.
I'm gonna.
Yeezus sucks.
I'm gonna put a pin in this conversation right now, dude.
I'll put a fucking pin in your butt, dude.
I think all rap is unlistenable and the worst. I
No way.
hate rap now. If you,
The
if
liberals
you,
have butt fucked rap into making me really hate it.
I
will
just I
say
went
that.
to a rap.
Well, it's all
con-
very conscious now. Most
Not
popular
even-
rap is like,
What?
it's like empowering and.
No, it's
Nah,
not even
but
close.
that's not the stuff that really truly sells. Well, I mean, yeah,
No,
Drake,
sure.
I
Like
guess.
Chance the Rapper, Kendrick. Like, I feel like the most popular hip hop artists now are typically like the messages.
Migos.
Lil Yachty.
Oh yeah, well, okay, sure. I think there's like two strains.
True.
There's like trap, which is all like, yeah, let's just fucking party, and then there's like,
But at the,
Conscious
at the
rap like
root
J.
of
Cole.
I
at the
don't hear
root
too
of
much
rap,
conscious getting played at the club.
at the root of rap though.
yeah, I
no.
guess like what gets
I'm not
reviewed-
really at the club.
But at the it's true you are. At the root of rap, the whole thing is to be like, I'm the best.
Uh-huh.
I will fuck your girlfriend, and I'm the best. I have all the money, and I'm the best dude. It's like it's unlistenable.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's horrible.
If I'm not if I'm like depressed or feeling sad or anything like that, and I listen to rap, it's so hard to
You don't.
listen
So
to.
you
I
don't
know, exactly.
Matt, you don't like bragging in music.
No, not really.
Not when it's like that.
I like someone who's good at playing an instrument, playing it, and just being like, "We're all one," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's sick." I mean, bragging. Yeah, even when rockers are like, "I'm coming through your town for a hot mama," I'm like, "Ew, dude, get the fuck out of here with your tight ass pants."
Dude, here's a great argument. O'Connor loves the song "Like a Rock."
That is, dude. Seeger. Joe Cocker did a cover of that
song. Sucks.
That's very funny you say that because I was sitting there. Someone was playing that for me recently. I think it was Spud. He was playing Joe Cocker's version of "Like a Rock." I'm like, man, this song's great. And then I heard him go, "Like a rock." And I'm like, oh fuck, that's his song.
He's like, I was young and 18, and I was built like a rock. And then, like, it sucks so fucking bad. O'Connor tried to sell me on that, and I was like, dude,
why does O'Connor like it?
I mean, the story of it, like, it is a good song. Like, when it comes to like his whole life, he was like a rock. Like every time he looks back, but then he slowly got like weathered down, and life's really hard,
covered in moss and slippery.
Yeah,
okay. That's kind of cool.
Life begins to suck. Yeah. But the song itself, like the corn, it has like the beat and background music of like a bad karaoke song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like, it's so fucking.
I only listen to, and this is for the people at home. I pretty much only I only listen to small town anthems.
Yeah,
it's like basically John Cougar and Bruce. That's all I listen to.
I think those suck dick.
Like, I'm in a small town.
I think those
Bruce.
So
Bruce is good.
I like Bruce.
You would like Bruce, you liberal cuck.
I try to make you listen to Bruce once.
Bruce sucks.
Yeah. I like Bruce Springsteen. I like "Dancing in the Dark." "Dancing in the Dark" gets you fired up.
That song's great.
"Dancing in the Dark" will get you fired up.
I really don't like Bruce Springsteen. I think that might have been the song you played.
No, it wasn't that.
Dark?
It was
he tried to give me
Streets of Fire. That's what
Streets of Fire. Yeah.
No, you would like. What the fuck is that one song? Hey, little girl, is your daddy home?
Oh, yeah.
What song is that?
Oh, fuck.
Fucking Jared Fogle.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's on Born in the USA.
Yeah, that's a sick fucking.
Nah, dude.
Oh, here's my whole point though. If you were to take the music away from rap or the background, it would literally it's the worst conversation ever. If someone being like, "Today I had 2 Percocets, I had purple syrup, and I smoked weed, and I had sex," and it's like, dude, get fucked. It's pretty bad. I'll listen to it if I'm in a great, almost like manic mood. I'm like, I'll like listen to it. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then after half an hour of it, I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to?
It's tough.
It's absolutely retarded.
It's tough to listen to.
Rap is I think the dumbest. Even like when you're like, yeah, it's like conscious rap. It's still like, I'm the motherfucking best.
I'm definitely more liberal than Matt.
Yeah, you love rap.
I hate rap.
Matt hates black music.
I don't hate black music. Don't like rap.
Music.
I'm disappointed. Put it this way. I'm basically like Cornel West. I'm disappointed, dude.
No, dude.
Does Cornel West not like rap?
He's probably disappointed in Migos, dude. Cornel West definitely doesn't. He doesn't like Obama, dude. He definitely doesn't like Migos.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know though. He's unpredictable.
True, he is. Yeah. He does kind of.
Migos are a product of their white environment that the white man oppressed them into dressing like dickheads.
It's like Jimi Hendrix,
singing about abusing women and Percocets, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's insane.
I think we fucking jumped the shark on this boy.
What do you think?
Where are we at? What are we at time?
Oh, we're at 1 hour and 16. Oh, we didn't play the clip.
Oh, fuck.
We have to, dude.
So
Shane,
are you guys closing on PewDiePie?
Yeah, I think we should close out on PewDiePie. PewDiePie is, for listener, listen up, you dumb fuck. PewDiePie is a YouTube star who films himself playing video games. He's a foreigner. Sounds Scandinavian, I think.
Yeah, whatever. What's a flag white with a red cross? Finland?
White with a red cross is England.
Okay.
Red with a white cross is Finland.
I think he might be Finnish.
No, Finland I think is white and blue.
Well,
Norway.
They show his flag at one point.
Norway I think is red with a...
He's one of those...
Well, whatever.
He's one
Scandinavian.
of those weird fucking...
Scandinavian.
Yeah, he's a gay European.
So he films himself playing video games. He's gained a massive following. And then earlier this week he said the N-word like all gamers do. And that was the news that had broken that we heard that we figured he might have
chucked a Bill Maher N-word in there.
Yeah, he might have thrown exactly a Bill Maher N-word.
I thought he chucked a softball.
A real easy fucking nice little smooth, easy listening N-word. But this was a real hard.
I mean,
so we're gonna play the clip of him gaming and talking over himself. But this is wonderful.
This is PewDiePie's fastball down the middle. Those are his gunshots.
What a fucking nigger. Jeez, oh my god, what the fuck? Sorry, but what the fuck? What a fucking asshole. I don't mean that in a bad way.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Why would he do that? Legit, why would he do that?
Did you kill the other one?
Yeah.
Oh boy, PewDiePie. We didn't really dress that up enough for that audio clip.
I didn't realize it was so fast, right? Ready. I thought it was going to be a couple more gunshots.
Yeah,
maybe
it was
a
right
little,
away. Yeah.
So this guy was basically playing video games online, live streaming it, and I don't think he liked the way somebody
I think you could say
shot
that.
at him.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. And then he just ripped a fucking screamer of an N-word and then tried to cover, not even covered up. It was just like, well, I mean, he's
I
an
love
asshole.
that
He's
I
an
love
asshole.
that the fact that he says sorry right after
Yeah,
is very
sorry.
funny.
He's like, well, I'm sorry, but why
Yeah.
would he do that?
Right.
It's like, sorry, but he was acting like.
It was like a fart. He was like, excuse me. Anyway, blah, blah, blah.
Well, anyway, R.I.P. PewDiePie, dude. Do you think he's? It's funny now because he's losing all his sponsors. He was sponsored by like Disney.
Yeah,
No,
but
he lost Disney when he
AT&T.
made jokes about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
He lost Disney a while
Well,
ago.
this is what happens when you fucking make an internet guy
Yeah.
famous and he has no one to account to, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
you fucking sponsor him? You give a Scandinavian fucking weirdo that plays video games a Disney sponsor?
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it's not the end of PewDiePie. It's like he has
Oh, he's fine.
millions of subscribers.
Yeah, he's fine. He got me.
Who's going to fund him on the low?
I added him. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
You just send
I'm gonna keep
$3 to his
watching these.
Patreon.
Yeah, these are hilarious.
I mean, who do you think will fund him? His money will drop, but like that'll be a good litmus test for how many real white supremacists there are in America.
yeah, you think?
Yeah, if he has to sell the,
I don't think that'll have anything to do with white supremacists, but I hear you.
you know what I mean? It's like, where does PewDiePie go from here? I mean, he's a video game player. Like,
I don't know. Yeah,
it's
people
horrible.
like Gavin McInnes or something might like stand behind him. You know, like,
behind PewDiePie?
I think so.
Probably not. Though, I mean, they'll probably stand by the issue of free speech,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
that's a tough one to stand
You
behind.
can't. Yeah, that's like again, Bill Maher. It was like, he was fucking around. It was
Yeah.
a bad taste. PewDiePie was like, I don't like the way this guy's playing this video game. Therefore, and he's just like
Well, but-
hard end, and then follows it up with like, no, but seriously, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, PewDiePie hit the hard end.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, but I still feel like just the way that things are, just the way that things work now in
Yeah, you gotta
discourse.
pick a
It's
side,
like,
yeah.
So whoever liberals are mad at, alt-right is gonna accept.
The alt-right will definitely defend PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They'll do it by being like, "What do you expect?" It would almost
Well-
be the grab him by the pussy thing. Be like, "It's
Yeah.
guy talk, dude. It's video
That's
game
what
talk."
like the right would do.
Yeah,
The
it's
alt-right
video
will be
game
like,
talk.
fuck yeah, PewDiePie, that was hilarious.
Sure.
Yeah.
Suck our dicks, PewDiePie.
Right. Hail PewDiePie.
yeah, hell,
Yeah.
PewDiePie. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do shit like that. But
So for the record, Pedro, you're saying PewDiePie is good to go.
Pedro Salinas
Yeah.
is
Do I support?
Team PewDiePie.
Well, do I think he'll still be able to make money with his fucking stupid live streams?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's not stupid.
With his really educational and interesting web content. Yeah, I think he'll probably still be able to make money on the internet somehow.
Dude. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he has 15 million followers. And out of people who play video games online, it's like
That
he
haven't
might
heard
lose.
anyone scream the
Right.
N-word
He
playing
might
Call of
lose
Duty.
too. I think honestly though, it could even be one weird thing where like, and I don't know enough about physics to explain this, but it's like almost like hyperspace, where like if you approach something with so much speed and velocity, like a speed bump, if you go over it kind of slow, it rocks your car. If you go 60 miles an hour over a speed bump, you barely notice it. People might just be like, that was so weird. I don't know how to process it. We're gonna keep letting him play video games. He just fucking.
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? The velocity he hit that with, people are probably
True.
like,
That's a good argument.
I don't know how the fuck. Just
well, it works for Trump, right? He
Trump
says
grabbed
so
by
many
the pussy.
crazy things that after a certain point you can't even keep
Yeah,
track
but,
of
yeah,
the
but
one.
Trump
that-
hasn't fucking hit the gas pedal like that
Nobody
yet, dude.
has hit the guy. Dude, that would be
I would
like,
say grabbing by the pussy is hitting the gas
Get
pedal.
the fuck
That's
outta
pretty
here.
like.
But
That's
how
pretty
long ago was
extreme.
that?
grab by the pussy isn't even close to that PewDiePie clip.
Yeah, dude, I agree.
No, I would say it is.
Well, that
Grab
makes
him
you
by
a
the
fucking
pussy
dumb
with ripping
gay-
the end.
No, I'm not. I'm not
bitch.
saying in terms of the language it isn't, but in terms of like what he seems to be saying that he's done. Whereas
No, what are
PewDiePie,
you talking about? Did you hear it?
he says, yeah, you can grab by the pussy. They let you do anything if you're famous. So he's saying,
Yeah, it's-
he's saying. I mean, whether or
Are
not
you
the-
trying to fucking sit here and say Donald Trump said he sexually assaulted women?
that certainly sounds like what he's
Because it
saying on that
sounded
tape.
like in that statement he was like, they give you consent because you're famous. It sounds like that's exactly what he said was this isn't sexual assault because they give you consent.
It's more like He's saying if you can grab women wherever you want, and no one's gonna get mad, no one's gonna like tattle on you because you're famous.
No, I took that as him saying like I'm a rich billionaire.
I can do whatever I want.
I'm oozing. I'm just absolutely dripping in pussy. Like he was the way I heard it. It was him saying like, dude, like you can these chicks are just coming up to you like a factory line. You just grab them by the pussy, like bring them in. That's how I took it. I didn't take it like he was creeping around and being like.
Well, also because around that same time, then a bunch of women were like, "Yeah, this one time he like forcibly kissed me," in a fucking. So it's like the grab by the pussy plus.
I'm gonna go on a very non-liberal limb here.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow you on this limb.
Forcibly kissed. That's
pretty gross.
Everyone has to, but I'm saying like.
You're saying it's not
asking
possible.
A woman to kiss you. A kiss is a fucking. You're going on a limb.
Well, no, but
I mean, you can go eye contact.
But you've okay. Like I'm sure all of us here have tried to go in for a kiss and been.
No, I want to hear. Go ahead.
Okay. You have common sense too. Like if you go in for a kiss and she's not into it, you'll be like, all right, I'll back off.
Yeah.
What Trump seemed to do is to like go even harder and like use more tongue.
Yeah, and that's like a bitch.
And that's
and grab her pussy. Possibly.
Right, and that's bad.
Now, okay.
Again, if that's
without forcing you guys to become total libs.
No, that's
true.
That's true. You're saying like she's like no, and he's like
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That seems
exactly
to be
what she said.
Okay.
Based on the accounts of it, that's what it sounds like.
Now, was this a sexual assault charge that came out in October of an election?
Okay, so you're saying these were all sort of like fabricated or possibly exaggerated.
It discredits it
yeah.
when you wait until October or September of an election. It kind of sounds a little fucking weird when it's like. Just
No, I hear
it does
well,
discredit
that's what they said about Hillary, like being like, well, there's 5 women in the audience here that's claimed Bill raped them, and you covered it. And there's
Which
a lot of liberals. There's a lot of people who would. There's a lot of people who would say, if a woman says they got raped, I'm on their side no matter what.
Unless they're Democrat.
And then that happened,
Republican.
and they went, well, clearly there's political motives here. So that's an interesting debate.
Yeah, I mean,
And Bill
I'll say
definitely
Bill Clinton treated women pretty badly.
You think he raped him?
Yeah, I think it's entirely possible that
I bet he treated women the exact same way Donald Trump treated women.
Right, and I don't think men should treat women the way that Bill Clinton and Donald Trump treat
Speaking like
women.
a true non-billionaire.
I don't know. I feel like Warren Buffett's probably pretty polite to women.
I bet Warren Buffett's shoving Coke cans up fucking pussies left and right, dude.
I can't. I don't know. Buff's. I know he loves
Buffett's
Coca-Cola.
a fucking geezer, dude.
He loves Coca-Cola. He loves Americana.
Loves eating pussy and reading the stocks in the newspaper, dude.
Or I feel like Bill Gates is pretty polite to women.
Bill Gates is gay, but yeah.
Okay.
I bet Bill Gates
what
is
about Zuck? What do you think?
Zuckerberg is a fucking psycho.
Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Zuckerberg definitely has blood boys. Zuckerberg has blood boys. Let's get that fucking situated.
I mean, definitely all the Silicon Valley types are pretty fucking
pretty gay billionaires.
What about Peter Thiel? What do you think? How do you think Peter Thiel
go fucking
treats?
old school billionaire like fucking Saudi Arabian fucking princes,
okay. Well, how they treat women, that's like
classic billionaire,
that's beyond
political billionaires.
beyond imagining.
Like J.P. Morgan's. If that's their last name.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, are we talking about Saudi princes, or are we talking about like the Carnegies and stuff? Who are we talking about?
I guarantee you, Carnegie was out there steel milling bitches.
Well,
yeah.
But that's my whole point. Is like, that whole thing of grabbing by the pussy. Definitely, that's like.
I was saying is that was him hitting the gas pretty hard too.
God damn it, dude.
But that was him hitting the gas. But Hillary's married to an multiple-time alleged rapist
that she helped cover up and bully victims.
That she literally, they claim that they hired private investigators.
Fine.
She hired private.
All right. And I will say this: this is like my biggest problem with the left and the right is that instead of just being like, it's pretty bad Donald Trump did that.
Yeah.
It's like, but.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, you're harkening back to that, true.
But when it comes to the Donald Trump thing, dude, for you to sit here and be like, I heard a man talking to another man that he thought was in private, talking about getting pussy, you took from that comment, like, sounds like he sexually assaulted some women. Huh?
I took from that comment plus the multiple accounts that came out around the same time. That was like, this guy...
That came out after, yes.
Okay, in the week or two after.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But that just the comment alone, not the because I read the one chick that was like a reporter that followed him to Mar-a-Lago or whatever,
or him walking into like Miss America, like the dressing room and shit.
Don't get me wrong,
that's pretty gross.
I think Donald Trump is probably above, like in his mind, above sexually assaulting a woman.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks of it that way.
In his mind, he's just like
he thinks he's. Yeah, I think he probably thinks he's so charming that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking
that they all want. Yeah.
dumb fucking psycho. And I don't doubt at all that he could or has sexually assaulted women. It's a harsh accusation, but
I mean,
off that comment, you're saying.
Comment alone, there's no way that I would ever be like, wow, he's just okay with sexual assault, huh? I've heard us say worse things.
Yeah, worse than
Definitely.
that. Yeah.
Well, I've
it's
also
like,
never been in the position where I literally was just drowning in sniz.
Which almost vindicates him from sexual assault, from what he said.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
In that comment of him being like, I have like a magnet with women, and of course it's from him, so it sounds fucking retarded.
Well, he also like leaned in and was like, "Grab my pussy." He said like out of his nose.
I walk up, I come out, you can kiss him, you can do it, you can grab him by the pussy.
Move on her like a bitch might have been the funniest one to me actually, because it's so nonsensical. It's like, are you? I think he was saying I moved on her, like I didn't move on her well enough, so I was like a bitch.
You're moving that. You're using that
That's
in
a geezer saying, yeah.
A geezer term, a bitch is tough.
Oh.
Like my dad will fucking
like
watch football or something and be like, oh, he's a bitch. He hits like a bitch. Like
wow,
a bitch
interesting.
is
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's like getting on the ball. Like,
That's a geezer term of like, I moved on her like a bitch.
Yeah. He is a geezer. That's like, I always forget that. Trump's just an old man.
Yeah. He's also a geezer.
Where it stays is it's like, yeah, he could have just been drowned. It's a two-part thing. He could have been drowned in so much pussy that it totally like, he just, he didn't do it. He had no reason to. Or it's like you're getting so much pussy, you never hear no, and then a chick's like, dude, I'm good. And he's just like, eh. Just grabs the meat of that pantsuit and is like, yeah.
I don't want you to think my argument was.
I don't think so at all.
He's getting so much that he wouldn't need to.
Yeah,
I think what he said was
exactly.
Women will let you do whatever you want because you're famous, and I think it's important to make sure that we all know that he said they will let you do that.
Right.
Yes.
They will walk up to you and let you grab them by the pussy. It's not like he said, I'm not there. There's women that don't want me near them. I come up.
Well, fine. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
But so the PewDiePie thing, what he was doing there was he was nonsensically using the worst possible racial slur you could imagine for someone who's annoying him in a video game.
Okay.
So in that way, it's
so
like,
this is Pedro Salinas defending
PewDiePie. Yeah.
Just want to make sure we have that on
so
the
it's
record.
like it was him using a racist term in a
good way.
In a weirdly non-racist way, even though it like would upset a black person. Did you see the other guy? I would guess.
Yeah, but
it was a black video game character.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Was it really?
No.
Well, I didn't know. I know, or like I didn't know if the other of the player was like black or something, and you could tell.
It looked like a pretty
the,
white game.
Yeah. So it's like I think he was just saying the way that like 13-year-olds on Xbox Live say the worst
that's
words.
undoubtedly exactly
that is where he cut his teeth.
Right. So that's what I mean. I think I think it's sort of a similar like.
How do they edit out? How do they edit out all the other ones that like obviously were occurring during the live stream? Then
they probably had to give PewDiePie like a 20-second fucking
delay
because he was dropping M-bombs. Fucking dude, any Xbox. But yes, he definitely said it in an Xbox way.
Right.
But it was still like.
Dude, that was
one of the harshest. Dude, if we were playing video games,
steamer, dude.
If the three of us were playing video games right now and one of you did that, I'd be like,
"Whoa,
what the fuck was that?"
It gives you a wince for sure.
Now, if one of you guys were like, "I'm rich as fuck now, I can just go up to chicks and fucking grab them by the pussy," I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude, that's sick."
You wouldn't be like, "That's a little weird that you grab him by the pussy."
I mean,
if I was like, "I'm so rich," if I was like, "Dude, you don't understand. Like, I'm a billionaire now," which. Again, go back to like 50 Shades of Grey. You're playing by a different set of rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like women will let billionaires, a plumber versus a billionaire, you're dealing with women in two different ways. Like and women, you're thinking like there's a guy who will give me a kid, and our kids forever will just be, taken care of and fine.
Right.
Which is a turn on to women, less so to guys, really. You know what I mean? It's true.
And PewDiePie saying the N-word.
No, I'm not saying that's true. So it's like, that's way more. I don't think that was bad at all to be a billionaire and be like, dude, it's crazy what women like. He's trying to process all the pussy he's getting. He's like, he's getting women throwing themselves at him.
I think that's a generous interpretation.
I don't think it's that generous. I think it's generous by today's media and everybody that we're all supposed to be like, I can't believe he said that about women.
No, but I just mean in terms of like.
I think Donald Trump was talking shit bus with fucking Billy Bush and being like, dude.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I don't believe that he was honestly trying to process what it feels like to be so famous.
I think he might be trying to fucking explain to Billy Bush.
Imagine if
he was trying to brag, not explain.
No, he was bragging about like, dude, I have so much money, I can fucking. I'm a magnet to women. They just fucking walk up to me. I kiss them. I grab them by the pussy, and it's like, yeah, sure. That's why I don't think the rest of the country had a fucking problem with what he said.
Well, that's definitely true.
Well, everybody was like, what he said was true again. Put yourself
in these shoes. You're in a hotel that you own. On the top, a lady comes in to grab your laundry, and she's just fucking locking eyes with you. And she just is milling around.
He doesn't own him, though, by the way. His name's on him, but he doesn't own him.
Still, dude.
He licenses them.
We're talking about perception, dude.
Yeah.
We're talking about perception.
You wish that was true. You liberal cock.
You're in Pedro Salinas Hotel.
Also,
there's Pedro Salinas hotels all around the world.
I don't think I would call him that. I would call him something else.
Is it in the United States? Because he owns that now.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's the president. Suck our dick.
That doesn't,
I'm just saying.
Work, though. It doesn't
I just like for people to fully.
You don't just own every building in the country to become the president.
I like for people to fully grasp a situation 360 degrees. I get what you're saying. That makes sense. But there's also the other side of it where like. I'm in the Matt McCusker Hotel on the top floor.
What would you call it, by the way, if you had your own?
Dog pound. It would be the dog pound, dude. I'm in the dog pound. Easily. I'm in the dog pound.
The dog pound tower?
I've just been like literally, I think that it's like you don't think he was expressing the shock, but like here's a 60-year-old man just still drowning in pussy being like, Billy Bush, dude. I know you get a lot of pussy.
He was married to Melania at the time. Do you think he was cheating on her?
Yes, Melania was a fucking rushing whore. He met her in the rub and tug, and he fucking wifed her, dude. He's a fucking...
What a fucking liberal cuck statement. He was married at the time. Do you think he was cheating?
Yeah. Well,
I'm curious. No,
yes, definitely.
I'm not upset about that. I'm just curious.
So the guy that you think... Hold on. The guy that you think might be sexually assaulting women, you maybe think he's faithful to his wife.
I literally don't know. He's like... I mean, he's not an attractive man.
No, but he's a billionaire. He is.
He used to be attractive.
He was, in the 80s he was, but
it doesn't
certainly
matter.
not at 60.
When he wasn't 70 years old, he was attractive.
What I'm saying
I
is,
just don't know how much...
That's an auxiliary to sexual attractiveness in women. We have different hardware. So it's like, you're not looking for a girl like, oh my God, she could totally provide for me and take care of me. That is innately into women as a turn on.
And definitely in 2005, Trump didn't have he wasn't in politics yet. So, people didn't hate him the way they do now.
Well, let's take Shane's friend who was on The Bachelor. Mm-hmm. That guy gets pussy from being on The Bachelor.
Yeah, let's throw him back into it. Got enough flack from him and his family.
I don't even know. I don't know what we're arguing anymore, actually.
Yeah, that happens a lot on this. That happens a lot.
I think we lost the point of just that Donald Trump said. I don't think he ever admitted to sexual assault in that statement. I think what he said was women will let me grab their pussy.
And I think the PewDiePie thing's worse for the record. That's my argument.
And PewDiePie is tossing that hard end.
He ripped a screamer, dude.
Again, in two different contexts. Like, if the three of us are sitting down here and one of you is like, I've been fucking killing it, dude. I can just make out with you. I can grab him by the pussy. I'd be like, whoa, that's fucking crazy you're doing that. But like if we were upstairs playing Xbox and one of you were like, fucking, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm starting to flip now too where I can see where that is. Because it's like, then it's like it's a Russian roulette to where like, you're grabbing pussies. You're gonna grab one pussy that's gonna the lady. I mean, clearly she's a lesbian. She's gonna be like, no, get off me, dude. I don't think billionaires are hot.
I mean, it's weird because it's like we know him to speak clumsily, so he's a lot of words and he doesn't always mean all of them. So it's a torrent of words, and so
he
it's
also
like
could be lying.
so trying to figure out like what the fuck he even. It's
he
hard.
could be pussy lying. He could have never.
I totally
ever.
get that. It's totally possible that he was just bragging in a very stupid way. You know what I mean? Bragging in a way that's like.
I would have to listen to it again, but I don't think.
Well, you have to agree that saying "grab a pussy" is a strange way to refer to.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Shit. But also, so is coming on her like a bitch. That could be just a geezer talk, dude. Go talk to your dad. I bet you he's gonna be like, Pedro, I will grab a very many pussies.
I can't stop right now seeing Donald Trump's butt cheeks like covered by like the flap of a dress shirt. I'm just imagining him having sex in every position, and it's fucking me up.
Trump is the best.
Just him always Donald Trump tie collection, dress shirt, no pants on, just letting a chick ride out.
Dude, if he got shot in the head, that'd be so funny. Him giving a speech like with his hand movements. And I told him, I said, the China's laughing at us. Everyone's that.
No, that's a complex debate, dude. Grab by the pussy versus PewDiePie ripping the hard
PewDiePie's
Swedish
N-word
Did
is the
you get a
worst.
Did you see the
Swedish
video
N-word.
during his like I think it was the primary campaign where some like guy like rushed the stage to try to like tackle.
He like ducked.
Yeah, and he was
around.
like, I was ready for him. I could have I could have fought him.
him getting
Everyone's
him,
like,
getting, him getting shot in the head like mid debate would be. I mean, it'd be a tragedy. It'd be a national tragedy, but boy, that'd be hilarious.
That's another thing, dude. I could watch a president fucking drop, and I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
who's the backup guy? Like, all right, get him in there.
If Obama would have got shot, I think I would have been a little bummed.
That'd have been sad. Yeah.
That would have been
sense.
a fucking. If GW would have got hit, I would have been sad.
If Trump goes down like
If
a
Trump
like
gets
80s
popped,
movie bad guy and like
he's
spins
funny.
around, it would be fun.
That
No,
would-
you're right.
I mean, I really wonder how like that might set off.
Oh
something
my god, dude!
bad,
It would
you know,
be
like
yeah, that would be
I
that would
wonder.
be that would
That would
be
be
a
a bad one.
multi-city Charlottesville. That'd be tiki. The tikis would get lit, and it
yeah,
would
because
just.
I mean the conspiracy theories would just explode. It's like I mean
Yeah.
it totally confirms everything. That,
Trump daddy getting popped, dude.
Or it would turn into like Streets of Rage. It would just be like people in like bandanas versus like weird white guys with tiki torches, and it would just
well,
be
because it would be,
It would be like a Sega game.
but all the
I
like
would burn trash cans out in the street just to add to like the levels.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when you're walking through the city street.
I would hide behind doors like a boss level, dude, and just come out and just be like, I would actually get jacked for like 10 years to become a boss.
all the old right wing people that would be happy because they want Mike Pence, but all the young like
They want Trump daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they want-
Trump
Yeah,
daddy
yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
man, dude.
So-
I hope it ricochets off Trump and hits the forehead.
If he survived a gun, if he gets hit and survived, the shit talking would never
if Donald
stop.
Trump gets shot and like Roosevelt just survives and like keeps talking,
God.
If he basically had it like
he would have to be our dictator, dude. I would submit.
if he like had like a 50 Cent like reemergence in his
I would
political
submit.
career, where he's like, I got shot 9 times, it didn't stop me. That'd be pretty sick.
I would support Donald Trump as our tyrant.
Or
As
if
our
he, what if he
fucking-
gets shot in a part of the brain that suddenly makes him like really kind?
Like
and
you talking about like
intelligent?
that old like Phineas, like a Phineas Gage scenario. That'd be really funny.
Well, yeah,
He
I'll
might
tell
have
you some
Donald
light-
Trump might have the CTEs.
I'm very
dude.
sorry about the comments I made about women's vaginas. Utterly unacceptable.
He might have CTEs from constantly like hitting his head against the headboard while fucking, dude. It's funny.
He was on like Howard Stern talking about how like avoiding STDs was like
His Vietnam.
personal
Yeah.
Vietnam, and like, dude, he said some crazy shit.
But he's a fucking billionaire,
Yeah,
dude.
but he's a crazy retard.
He's a billionaire. I'm not defending him. I'm saying it
Well,
makes
one
sense to
point,
me that he's like
going
that.
back to the Dilbert guy, one point he's made, which doesn't make sense. He's like, well, Trump's just been an incredibly famous tabloid figure for like 30 years, so clear, there's obviously way more things he said that are on record that are
True.
damning than any other politician.
Yeah, and he's definitely fucking types of women who would have STDs. So your point does carry.
That it was as bad as
was
Vietnam.
dude. If you're in like tabloids, you get kind of like jacked up sniz, like weird pH sniz coming at you.
True,
Like girls who grab those greasy tabloids and like, I gotta fuck that Donald Trump guy. It's like, ugh.
dude, Donald Trump is beyond fucking hilarious.
You gotta,
That character
yo,
is
you gotta
just-
martyrize him. To hit him in
You
the
think I
shoulder,
should
you gotta
shoot him
take,
in the arm?
but hit him in the arm, yeah. Sniper him in the
I'll
arm.
fucking
False flag
pledge
him.
to ISIS shoot him in the arm. I'll shoot him in the arm and then kill myself. If I was going to kill myself, I would go out. I would shoot Donald Trump in the arm or the foot.
While you do that, I'm going to execute my suicide plan and ride a motorcycle into the White House.
Oh, yeah. That's how Matt
we should
wants
do that
to.
together. We should make a pact right now. Pedro, how are you going to kill yourself?
Through a political act or just in general? How should I?
Preferably political act.
If
But
you can think of something cooler
creative.
than shooting Donald Trump in the arm and killing yourself.
And pledging ISIS, yeah.
Let me think about that. I'd pledge allegiance to some like weird separatist movement, like the Basque country or something, in like northern Spain, just like a totally random one, and then blow myself up in a nonsensical location like a yogurt land or something, like a closed like yogurt shop.
Make sure you don't hurt
Yeah,
anyone else.
so nobody dies. It's a pointless act of destruction, and it's for something nobody cares about.
That's a fucking sick one.
That's great, dude. I'm going to get stopped in my tracks by those Secret Service guys. They're
You
gonna
got no
They're going to
shot.
put up the Muslim wall on me, dude. Dude, you should have saw that metal wall that popped out of the ground.
Matt thinks he can take a motorcycle into the White House. That's how he wants to die.
Hey, I'm gonna
In a
have-
non-anti-American
I'm going to have
act.
blue and white paint on each handlebars. My blood's going to be the red, dude. I'm going to hit the White House. So, that guy, didn't some dude like sneak into the White
Yeah,
House?
he like ran in.
I can get in there on a motorcycle.
All
If
right,
I ramped,
this has got to
all
be
right,
like
let's get
2
out of here.
hours, right?
All right, yeah, it's getting
All
there.
right.
Let's get out of here. Let's wrap it up.
Oh yeah, November 23rd.
The day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the night before Thanksgiving. Very spooky
Yep.
podcast.
We're gonna have a live
Yeah,
cast.
live
at Helium,
cast at Helium,
10 p.m.
and this weekend, starting tomorrow.
Yup.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can catch me and old gay Pedro here at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. So if you want to come out and talk to him about how Donald Trump definitely wasn't talking about sexually assaulting women and how Pedro is right to defend PewDiePie saying the N-word. Yeah. Come
I
on.
wonder how many
Pedro
PewDiePies
was-
we're gonna see in the fucking crowds this week, dude.
PewDiePie?
I mean, PewDiePie heads, and yeah.
We're opening for fucking Tim Meadows, so probably none, dude.
You guys open for Tim Meadows?
Yeah.
Dude,
We're opening for Tim Meadows.
this has been one of my favorite casts I think ever.
You think?
I had a blast.
I
yeah.
hope it does. Every
I
time
had
we
a
do
blast.
this, it's a good sign that I think it might have sucked.
That's true. When
It's
I
a
think
good
it's good
sign.
and he thinks it sucks, it's usually pretty
It's
good.
usually
that's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we both don't like
I think
it. It
you
usually
suck
sucks.
dick as a guest.
I thought
Yeah,
Pedro
well-
was one of my faves, dude.
I think Pedro is my least
You
favorite.
calling us the smooth jazz Alex Jones
Yeah,
makes
that's
it. We got fucking.
I'm just wondering about what
buried.
the comments will look like, because every time,
I'll let you know.
every time a woman or a Jewy guy is on Joe Rogan, the YouTube comments are savage.
You think you're gonna get fucking hit?
No,
I think
you're
so,
not. You're
yeah.
not going to get hit. In fact, the only
You
people that
shouldn't
ever.
disclose that you were a Jew. Now you might get
Oh
hit, dude.
fuck! I forgot you were Jewish.
Yeah.
Pedro's a fucking like Jewish Mexican.
Yeah, Louis C.K.
The Jubacabra, dude.
You think we
That
could?
has to be been used before, right?
Chupacabra?
Maybe.
Definitely.
Not on me,
But definitely.
but in general, sure.
A Jewish Mexican, you would call it Jubacabra, right?
Yeah, sure.
That just came right off the fucking.
That just that was like a verbal trampoline, dude. It's like-
Anyway, Trump's innocent of sexual assault, and PewDiePie is definitely guilty of saying the N-word.
yeah.
Suck our dicks. Night
Pedro,
before
thank you
Thanksgiving.
for coming on.
Thank you,
That was a
guys.
blast.
Thank you very much, Pedro.
I was entertained the whole time. Come out night before Thanksgiving, live podcast.
Praise the Lord, I was born to travel.